You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
The following is a live sports presentation of GLICOD. GLICOD.com.
GLICOD's coverage of Southern Indiana high school football starts now.
Welcome to Southern Indiana High School football on GLICOD. I'm Dr. Todd Carter, and alongside me is Coach Jim Kazmarek as we are at Scott Field here at Ron Wiglub Stadium for the Floyd Central Highlanders against the New Albany Bulldogs. The Bulldogs come in 2-6, the Highlanders at 3-5, but this is one of those games where you can throw out the record because it is a rivalry game, and it is the battle for the anchor. So you know that these teams both want to win, and certainly would like to take home that anchor trophy. Well, as I said, I'm Dr. Todd Carter, Coach Jim Kazmarek with me, and Coach, it's a battle for the anchor.
Good to be back with you tonight,
Nice.
too, by the way. Todd
Thank
missed
you.
you last week. Yes, it is a battle of the anchor. It's a big rivalry game. I'm never sure if it's best to play this game at the end of the season or at the beginning of the season. The problem with it at the end of the season is right after you play this big rivalry game, you got to get ready for your sectional. And It's almost like it's a downer getting ready for the sectional because you get so fired up for the anchor trophy. But It's a great rivalry game. It was fun to coach in this game, and now it's more fun to be up here broadcasting it. A lot less pressure.
Absolutely. Yes, a whole lot less. Well, let's just very briefly touch on what we might see from both sides, very briefly.
Well, real quick, I think New Albany found something in the Bloomington North game in the second half that we saw where they had a real quick burst of inside running between the guard and the tackle on both right and left side. And both Jennings and Johnson did a great job of moving the ball. The problem they ran into is they couldn't put the ball in the end zone. A lot of yardage up and down the field. They'd stall when they get inside the 10-yard line. So I think we'll see more of that. For Floyd Central, they do a lot of things really well. They don't do anything great.
Right.
They're very solid in the running game. They're very solid in passing game. They have the good RPO with Robertson as a passer, but they don't do anything great. It's just really good at everything. So I think we'll see that same offense from them.
All right. Well, there's your preview. And as we look back out at beautiful Scott Field, we can talk about tonight's weather. And tonight's weather is brought to you by Voinier's Auto Repair at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Voinier's Auto Repair, well, it is just absolutely gorgeous is what it is. It's about 70 degrees right now. It'll cool as the game goes on, but I don't think even at 9:30 or 10 o'clock tonight it's going to be uncomfortable. It should be a lovely evening for high school football. And as you noted, Coach, with a little other than some raindrops at Bloomington North, we've really had beautiful weather. Most of our games, Southern Indiana games this year.
And Todd, when you think about it, think how quick this season goes. Like, it just seemed like
sure does.
Yesterday we were doing the Silver Creek Charlestown game, and it was 90 degrees, and everybody was falling down with cramps, and we talked about pickle juice, and here it is, quickly, it seems like just snap your fingers, and we're here at the end of the regular season. So this has been fun. It's always fun doing high school football games.
All right. Well, we're going to step away here from some of our awesome GLICOD sponsors. When we come back, Coach had a chance to talk to Coach Cooley, and as the visitors coach, we will hear from him first. So, coach to coach, when we return here in the pregame on GLICOD.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're up front with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, with offices in Jeffersonville and Floyd Snobs. Allstate, you're in good hands.
I'm with Coach Steve Cooley of the New Albany Bulldogs. Coach, I guess my first question is, how do you function as a football team and as a football coach when right in the middle of your season, right before the biggest games of the season, you have to take 2 weeks off?
Yeah, it's a challenge because we've had kids that have, had different things, and their families have, planned other events throughout the year, especially with our younger kids, our older kids. But, our biggest thing is, this might be the first game we've got almost everybody back healthy and in full form. So that we're excited about that. We didn't have our leading rusher last week against Seymour, and we were still out a couple kids on defense. But, everybody's kind of back tonight, and we're excited to, dust off some of the rust for some of these kids and let them play.
Coach, what have you seen in the past few weeks that you should say, okay, these are things we need to work on that we'll see tonight?
Well, to be honest, all we've worked on this week besides fundamentals is work on catching kicks. That hurt us last week. So we got the jugs machine out every day for 20, 30 minutes, and everybody got to catch kicks. So each kid probably caught about 20 kicks, off the jugs machine up high. And then you've got the other thing was playing the deep ball. We got burned with a passing game on some posts and some fades last week. So we worked really hard our corners staying back and not biting on the hitch and go and some of that stuff that's hurt us at Bloomington North and as well as last week. So we're ready for that tonight. Floyd does do some of that stuff. So if our kids stay back and we don't give up the big play in the passing game and we stop the run, we could be in good shape.
Coach, this is New Albany, Floyd Central. I don't think, for me, that rivalry is any bigger than this game. And the Anchor Trophy's in there, but it's just a very emotional. How do you help the kids handle the emotions in a game like this?
Well, we're trying to go 1-0. I mean, every week we come out, we try to get better fundamentally, and so for us, we focused on ourselves this week. Yeah, we're playing Floyd. Yeah, they don't want to hear him, talk trash for the next 365 days, and we don't want to give up the Anchor. But at the end of the day, we got to play better. We got to get some momentum going into the playoffs. We got to look at the things we've done poorly and try to, make them our strength. So that's as far as taking care of the football, throwing the football better, executing our pass protection, as well as, tackling better on defense. So we keep working hard on fundamentals, and hopefully our young guys catch on and they grow up fast. And we've seen glimpses. We're not quite there yet. We got ways to go, but we'll get there.
Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
A credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
What are the ABCs of safe sleep for babies? That they lay alone, on their back, and in a crib. These measures can help lower the risk of sudden, unexpected infant deaths. The Clark County Health Department offers free CPR and safe sleep training, plus cribs for expectant parents, grandparents, or caregivers of young children who meet eligibility requirements. For more safe sleep information, visit clarkhealth.net.
When you first find out that you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, you feel like someone sucked the air out of you. I'm a mother and I have a granddaughter, and my first thought was, I need to know what is going on with my health. Priority Radiology made me feel better about the process. First person I saw was smiling. They were very compassionate, from the front desk to the technicians to the doctors. Leaving Priority Radiology left me with hope, knowing that early detection saved my life.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Time for tonight's Keys to the Game. Tonight's Keys to the Game presented by Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet. First up, the visiting New Albany Bulldogs. Coach.
Well, the defense for New Albany has to show up. They've just given up too many points. I think I figured out they've averaged giving up 38 points the last 3 games, and probably more than that early in the season. The defense has to show up. They have to put on a good, strong defensive effort tonight. They need to build on that inside running game. Just keep pounding away in that inside running game. The things we saw them doing against Bloomington North, keep building on that inside running game. Allow their quarterback, Kenneth Watson, is a good, short, intermediate passer, and he can be effective doing that. Don't ask him to throw the long ball. He's not effective at that. Keep the short, intermediate passes going. And then win the turnovers. Right now, New Albany's a -4 in the turnovers. Win the turnover battle. That's important.
Absolutely. And for Floyd Central.
Well, Floyd Central, win their turnover battle, and actually they're at a -6, so they're -2 turnovers more than New Albany. They have to stop New Albany's inside running game, and I'm sure they've seen the film of the Bloomington North game and last week's game. They need to stop that inside running game of New Albany. don't allow the game to be decided in the last second. And that's what's happened to him in the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
And don't get in that position. Once you get ahead, keep your foot on the gas. And I'll go all the way back to the Silver Creek game when they built up a nice big lead and then just kind of coasted in the second half and never scored another point. They can't do that against New Albany. New Albany's got too many athletes that if they're trying to coast, they're going to end up getting in a tight game, and that's something they don't want to do. And then they have to take advantage of New Albany's defensive lapses, and they'll spot them. They have spotters upstairs, and they'll spot things that New Albany's doing defensively, and they need to take advantage of those lapses.
Absolutely. Well, those are tonight's keys to the game, presented by Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet. Well, let's jump away again here from Northside Security and some of our other great GLICOD sponsors. When we come back, Coach Kaz had the chance to talk with head coach James Bragg of the Floyd Central Highlanders, so you will hear from him when we return on GLICOD.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer. Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe. This is the...
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
I'm with Coach James Bragg from Floyd Central Highlanders right before the ball game tonight. Big game tonight. Coach, I asked Coach Cooley the same question. How do you manage right in the middle of football season, right before the sectional and a big rivalry game, that you have to take 2 weeks off? How do you manage that?
You know, it's tough. I mean, at this point, though, we've gotten used to it. You know, these kids have only known the 2 weeks off. You know, last year we actually played because we had the 5-team sectional, and it was weird for them to have to play, you know. So it's kind of nice to get that 2 weeks off. We'll try to get some guys back that have been injured, give us all a little break and just a little breather with that. But, our focus tonight was all about the Bulldogs. We know we got Evansville North in 2 weeks, but all week all the guys talked about was the Bulldogs trying to get the anchor back and of course, beating our crosstown rival. It's been 365 days, and we've had to live with that loss, so we were trying to get a W tonight.
So what have you seen in the past few weeks that you worked on this week in practice to make Floyd Central better?
Just sustaining blocks, offensively. We got to be able to sustain drives a little bit better and cut down on the penalties. Penalties the past 2 weeks have just killed us. Every time it seems like we get a big gain or on a key third down, we get the first down, you turn around and there's a flag in the backfield for a holding or an illegal procedure. So just trying to cut down the mental mistakes on that, and defensively just tackling better. We charter how many missed tackles we've had in the last 2 weeks. We've had 27 missed tackles, and that's terrible when the first 6 games of the season we didn't have 27 missed tackles. So we got to fix those mistakes, and the boys have been working hard all week, stayed focused, and we'll see what happens tonight.
So, and I asked this from a football coaching standpoint. At this point of the season, you don't do a lot of live tackling, so how do you practice to get improved your tackling?
We go back to the basics. We go back to buzzing our feet. We go back to tracking the hip. We go back to just wrapping up a wheel, getting in the right position, tracking the hips, things like that. You could buzz your feet, and it doesn't hurt you to run. We sprint to a spot and buzz our feet and get there and form up. So, we don't go to the ground necessarily, especially with all the boo-boos and owies we've had right now. But you can still work on your form and work on tackling.
Coach, last question for you. Big game, big rivalry. How do you keep your kids' emotions under control for a game like this?
Well, these guys all know each other, and I think the respect that me and Coach Cooley have with each other pours onto this game. Me and him don't trash talk each other. We went to lunch on last Monday and had some El Nepal down the road, and stuff. So the kids know that we're good friends, and they have friends on the other team too. So in the game, believe it or not, it's pretty calm. They're focused. Both teams seem always to be focused on what they're supposed to be doing, not trash talking, not hurting their team with a 15-yard penalty. Because in this game right here, unsportsmanlike could be the difference between 6 points and a turnover and/or change of downs. So our kids do a really good job of keeping their mouth shut while they're inside the lines, and then afterwards let them have their fun. So,
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is 1 billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with GLICOD in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football from GLICOD.
as we are marching towards the kickoff of tonight's battle for the Anchor Trophy between the New Albany Bulldogs and the Floyd Central Highlanders from here at Floyd Central High School, Scott Field, Ron Wigleb Stadium. It's time for tonight's storylines. Tonight's storylines brought to you by Community Action of Southern Indiana. Be a part of the youth empowerment movement at voiceindiana.org, voiceindiana.org. So we're going to ask the coach the importance of a rivalry. This is not only this is a cross-district rivalry, a cross-county rivalry, but also battle for a fun trophy, the Anchor.
Well, and it is a fun trophy, and I know how important this is because when I was fortunate to have won the Anchor back to New Albany in 1984, and we had it again in 85, and then we lost in 86 or 87 anyways, but we left a open space in the trophy case that every time we walked by it, you knew that anchor was supposed to be in that.
Where it was supposed to be.
And it was your job as a player and as a coach to get that trophy back to where it belonged, and that was at New Albany High School. I am sure that Floyd Central did the exact same thing because they felt like that was their trophy, and they should have it at their school. So it's fun to have rivalry games. Hopefully these games don't get out of control. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they did. It became bigger than just a game on the field, and that's wrong. That's what you don't want to happen.
Right.
It's good, hard-hitting, good football, good community rivalry. But in the end, what Coach Bragg said is you walk across the field, you shake hands, and it's over, and you either have the trophy or you don't.
Absolutely. Well, it's also just talking. You asked both coaches about this, and that is just with fall break, 2-week fall break for New Albany Floyd County schools. Some of the other local schools have just a 1 week, but most everybody anymore on this side of the river gets a fall break.
Right.
Your thoughts from a coaching perspective and what you discerned or gleaned from them about having a week off of school and trying to practice amid all that.
Well, first of all, that's not something any of the coaches can handle because this is the way we do things now. As a former coach, I know how important it is to keep the kids in a routine. The routine is you come to school at 7:30 in the morning, you attend your classes, you come to the locker room, you get dressed, you go to practice, you go home. The next day you repeat that, and it's a routine, and you don't want kids to get out of their routine. So we do that for 6, 7, 8 weeks, and boom, now we're going to take 2 weeks off. You're going to practice in the afternoon. We're going to practice in the morning. Parents are taking us on a trip. I'm going to miss practice.
Yeah.
It would drive me crazy as a coach. I mean, literally, it would drive me crazy. But both Coach Cooley and Coach Bragg seem to have a pretty good handle on it of saying it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it, so we're going to make the best of this situation. I guess by now the kids are used to taking that 2 week off, and you can't look at it as 2 weeks off. It's 2 weeks without school. We're not taking football off.
Right, not going to take football off. And as you ask them, they've got time off. They got a big rivalry game that always falls right in the middle of this somewhere. Right. And then, of course, coming up very quickly thereafter, we've got playoffs coming because this is the end of the regular season here in Southern Indiana. We will, as we count down for the kickoff, we're going to stick here for just a minute or so longer as the Floyd Central Band is getting ready for the national anthem. We'll cut away here in a moment, but do want to say what a beautiful night this is and lovely weather for senior night. It was senior night here at Floyd Central, and they had a whole host of folks out on the track. And I also was remiss early on in introducing our broadcast crew to you, so I want to do that. We have Jeff Cooper working the computer here and local producing for us. We've got Will Harper upstairs. He's running the camera for us. Nice to have Will back from college doing that for us tonight. Steve Bird is our executive producer, getting us scores and making sure all the research is done. We thank him for that. And Coach Jim Kazmarek is our analyst. I'm Dr. Todd Carter, and we are so happy to be able to bring you this game tonight from Floyd Central High School between New Albany Bulldogs and the Floyd Central Highlanders. Well, let's jump away, and when we return, we should have teams just about to take to the field and kick off for you in this battle for the anchor. We will have that in a moment on GLICOD.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
From GLICOD, it's Southern Indiana High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. German American Bank, strengthening our community since 1910. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Big O Tires, State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb, and Northside Security. Now to the field for all the action of Southern Indiana High School football on GLICOD.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
As we return to Floyd Central High School, we have a ball game for you upcoming. The national anthem just ending, senior night here at Floyd Central, so that delayed things just ever so slightly. And I think if I don't surprise Jeff with it here too much, we might as well go ahead and try to give you the starting lineups from both teams. Now, I will couch this in saying both these coaches gave me these starting lineups a bit before break, and so there may be some changes, but I'm giving you the best information that we know, and I actually have to give Coach Kaz some credit for helping me out with the New Albany starting lineup. So let's go New Albany defense first, I believe, is who's going to pop up. So let's give you that, and that is as follows. Across the front line, Chase Loesch, Antoine Whitehead, William Spencer, and Ian Hubbard. The linebackers are Elijah Jennings, Kirsten Williams, and Kenneth Watson. Caden Watson, Henry Dixon, Gavin Rand, and Amari DeJesus are the back end of the defense there in the secondary. Now let's give you the New Albany, go ahead and give you the New Albany offense. And they go as follows. Across the front line, Wyatt Jones, Don Houchins, Ian Hubbard, and Antoine Whitehead, William Spencer, like I almost tried to forget one. Kenneth Watson, our quarterback. Elijah Jennings, the running back. Chase Loesch, our tight end. Caden Bishop, Gavin Rand, and Amari DeJesus are our wide receivers for New Albany. Now let's give you the Floyd Central defense. And Floyd Central defense looks as like this. Asher Gibson, Emerson Jones, Isaac Hunt, and Jude Harrison across the front line. Sam Lockhart, Jake Howes, and Andrew Gibson in the linebacking core. Sean Grant, Isaac Kaiser, Max Granger, and Eli Branham are the back end of that defense. And for the Highlanders on offense, Emerson Jones, Dakota Simpson, Cole Simpson, Justin Brown, and Todd Ziegler across the front line. Tristan Robertson, our quarterback. Andrew Gibson, the likely starting running back. Sam Lockhart, our starting tight end. Eli Branham, Cody Biebelhauser, and Max Granger are the wide receivers. And I think that got everybody. I was trying to help you out there, Coach. There you go. That's what you wanted.
Coach, I got to tell you, Todd, Floyd Central's got an outstanding band, and not only that, they have an outstanding school fight song. And Minnesota I may have mentioned this before. This is the same fight song for my alma mater high school, Bayview in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
There you go. And ball fielded at the 9-yard line, and just getting it out to about the 22 is New Albany.
Fight's about the 25. Good second surge by.
Good run back, and that was
27, and I don't have a 27 on my roster.
I don't either. We'll figure it out here in just a moment.
All right. Sometimes you get home numbers and away numbers, and sometimes they do not match.
And that is Rand. I pretty well guarantee it. That is Gavin Rand.
Gavin Rand, okay.
As he is normally number 17, but 27.
There's that inside running game we talked about right there, right off the bat.
Yep.
They're going right. That's Dakota Johnson going right between that right guard and right tackle. And that is what New Albany's bread and butter is right now. And they're going to go quick. They're going to run a little tempo here. Oops.
That was a short gainer there. What was the oops about there?
Well, the oops was a little bit of a tussle there between a New Albany lineman and a Floyd Central lineman that luckily the umpire stepped in and stopped it before it became something worse than that.
And that was Dakota Johnson again on that carry. So Johnson, as we said, we might have a few flips, and so Elijah Jennings did not start. Johnson did, and Johnson's got the ball on the right side and just powers ahead for a first down. So our first down of the evening, and that for New Albany. Just marching the ball down the field.
New Albany seems to have found a spot on that left side of Floyd Central's line that they're going to keep pounding the ball away.
Two wideouts near, but another handoff, and met at the line of scrimmage. Jake Howes was in on that, as was Emerson Jones.
Yeah, nice play by Emerson Jones coming from his defensive tackle spot.
So that one was no gain. And now here comes Jennings into the ball game.
Let's see if they go back to that right side.
And Amari DeJesus is wide out to the far side. Man in motion. That was Loesch. And that's Watson on the quarterback keeper, and hit at the line of scrimmage, but evades that and falls forward to about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 maybe.
Yeah, it's a little behind the chains for New Albany, but certainly manageable.
Yeah, they're getting okay, now Watson is very good at these short passes, the quick hitch, a slant in, a little stop pattern. That's his bread. So we go down 6 yards, stop, turn, get the ball to somebody in the open.
So Rand and DC.
And we've got right here, this slot back is wide open.
He sure is. They should have seen that, but Watson Instead, tucks the ball and runs, trying to see. I think that was Jude Harrison from that DN position makes that tackle.
Fire it right now.
Well, the coach is up here. He saw the wide open man, and I'm sure the coaches on top of the box for New Albany also saw that wide open man.
Yeah, the safety was playing. Had to be 12 yards off slot, so get the ball. Hit him right now. Just right at the line of scrimmage if you have to.
So Henry Dixon, back to punt. He's had 17 punts on the year, 34.6 average, and a long of 53.
This
is
a
pretty nice one.
Yep.
Fair caught at the 39-yard line by Cody Biebelhauser, or just shy. I guess that's about the 29, isn't it?
See, that's a Swiss Army guy right there.
That's our Swiss Army guy.
He's doing it all. Now he's returning punts.
Kind of a jack of all trades guy.
In that series, New Albany started out doing the things that I thought they were going to do, and that's running the ball between that right guard and right tackle, and then a little bit off left. But just keep pounding that ball away, and then they got away from it. You know, they pounded, got first down, they pounded that in there, and they got away from it.
Well, so time for the New Albany defense to step up, and I know, Coach, that was one of your keys,
right,
was how would the New Albany defense play, because
right,
they have certainly given up quite a few, 38 points, I believe, over the last couple of games.
Last three games,
yep,
averaging 38 points.
And Robertson has to tuck and runs it out of bounds on a short gainer.
Well, Coach Cooley said they worked on their long pass coverage, and that was good because they had the one receiver very well covered.
So Robertson checks with the sideline and then heads back to the huddle. And I was going to try to see who is in at receiver, because it looks like maybe they've changed me up a little bit. Isaac Kaiser,
yeah,
and Jordan Fonda looks like the wide out at the far side. Kaiser is in motion, and then an inside handoff, and for the first down. And I was trying to see who that was. That was Biebelhauser.
Biebelhauser. There you go. See, now he's playing halfback. Now he's a running back.
You just never know, do you?
Yeah, you know, he's he's a little bit bigger and a year older than Cade Unruh, but basically they're the same kind of person. They're just hard-nosed, short, burst of speed, play with a big heart and a chip on your shoulder kind of player.
So that's Kaiser and Branham on the near side. Can't see
Here
who's on
comes
the
New
far
Albany
side.
with the stunt.
Oh,
big stunt. Everybody's coming.
And Biebelhauser at that running back position again, tackled for a loss, and I didn't see who made the play.
I think that was William Spencer, number 55. Okay. I believe that's who it was. That's New Albany's big player.
And he transferred from over from Mail, and leading the line in tackles.
Yeah, he's 6'3", 298 pounds. How'd you like to feed him?
Senior. I don't think I'd like to, actually. Have you seen the price at grocery store?
Yeah,
anyway,
right.
Here we are. 3 wide outs. And rolling out's Robertson. And he finds his man.
He fell.
And falling down there was Lockhart, the tight end, but was a short gainer. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. So now Floyd Central also very much off schedule.
Floyd runs that nice RPO, that little ride to fake into the line, pull the ball, get those linebackers to suck in. Let's see if New Albany comes with a stunt or that they play back. Floyd better hurry. They're going to get a delay of game here if they don't hurry.
Down to 12. Under 10. Got to get their guys on the line. 4 wide outs.
Bring in their backers.
And here comes nicely caught out for the first down. And that's Kaiser, Isaac Kaiser, for the first down. Boy, New Albany brought the house, but Floyd connects.
And again, there's another player not on the roster. 26 is not on the roster.
For New Albany?
Yeah, not on my roster anyways. Do you have him?
Nope, sure don't.
Makes it tough, doesn't it?
A little bit. I feel bad not giving the name for the kiddo.
Nice tackle by 26.
3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far.
Oh, boy.
Robertson, and that RPO pulls the ball back, takes it himself, falls forward to about the 35-yard line.
Well, I tell you, New Albany left this whole middle of the field between the hash marks was wide open. They had no safety back there. That RPO and hit that receiver would have gone for a touchdown.
So Kaiser gets the play to bring it in.
Yep.
It's going to be 2nd down and about 2. So Floyd Central very much on schedule here.
Yep.
and moved the ball well there on that 1st down play.
This gives you quite a few options here with a short yardage situation. They're going to bring their linebackers again. You can see he's up on his toes.
Yep.
He's up on his toes.
RPO the handoff this time. Helps if I say it right. For about a yard dive.
Robertson needed to read that defense. That defensive end was just standing there, and Robertson should have read him. And as soon as that defensive end took that step towards the running back, pull the ball out and keep it, he'd had a big gainer.
So it was, if anything, it was
loss of one, I think.
Yeah, a loss of 1. So it's 3rd and a long 2.
Again, the middle of the field is wide open.
Pass play out to the sideline, and I think that was Fonda. It was for the 1st down. And that's so tough to defense, Coach, right? That just quick.
It is.
Took just from the shotgun, especially where the wideout takes about 3 steps, turns, and bang.
And the coach upstairs is watching to see if that corner, as soon as that corner starts getting a little antsy and wants to get forward and make a play on that, they're going to do a little stop and go, and it'll be a touchdown. So we'll give you those little 5 to 6 yard passes. We don't want to give you the big one.
The touchdown.
We need to come up and make a tackle.
Absolutely.
They're playing man coverage. They're bringing linebackers again.
Oh, the linebacker.
Yep.
The first linebacker missed Biebelhauser slightly, but tripped him up just enough. He falls down for a loss of about 1.
Yeah, New Albany's selling on. That's almost every play they're sending linebackers. And that means they're in man coverage behind it.
So 2nd and 11. So far, we've not had the chance to hear from any of our great GLICOD sponsors in this first quarter. No real stoppages as both teams have kept the ball mostly on the ground, and that clock has wound down. Now here comes some pressure.
Uh-oh.
Throwing it up and well overthrown there by Robertson. So incomplete pass.
I think he was he going to Fonda?
I didn't see who was back there. As I thought, I was trying to see, I thought I saw Robertson come to the sideline, but might be mistaken.
Well, he comes to the sideline every play because he.
No, I mean, came all the way off. But that's my mistake. He's still in there.
Okay, Always going to bring him again. Bring some heat. No, not this time. Not this time.
Granger on the jet sweep, and he had one blocker and makes another man miss.
Nice tackle by that number 26.
Number 26. We will get that name for you as soon as we can, folks.
Smith.
All right.
All right. Let's see if we can find Smith on the roster, and we'll get a name for him. Smith.
All right. So 4th down, and Floyd choosing to go for it.
And I don't see a Smith even on the roster. So did we just make up a name for a player?
I'm not sure.
We call him John Doe.
And firing it in there to Biebelhauser. Went backwards. I think they're going to say forward movement. Yeah, because he was wrapped up.
Yeah.
So that's another Floyd first down. He went just the distance he needed to go. 4 first downs on this opening FC drive after New Albany had a first down and then ended up having to punt the ball away as they got the ball first here at Ron Wiglub Stadium. And in comes a flag as...
Yeah, it's going to be probably a 15.
That was William Spencer.
That'll be 15
came through the line.
That'll be 15. Personal foul, yeah.
So that is going to
half the distance.
Yes, that is certainly going to give Floyd Central a first down and a short field down here in the red zone. That will be a
personal foul. Offside. Declined. Personal foul. Accepted.
Accepted.
First down.
There you go. Way to walk us through it, Coach. That's perfect.
Personal foul. That penalty is accepted. The result of that flag will be a first down.
So first down for the Highlanders.
I don't think they moved the ball yet, though.
They're just now doing it.
Okay. Well, they need to move the chains.
Yes, they sure do.
They need to move they haven't moved the chains. Yeah, Coach Bragg is wondering, I didn't see them march off the penalty.
No.
I don't think they actually marched off the penalty.
Well, it needs to be.
There they go. Now they got it. Hey, way to go, Coach Bragg. He's up on his game.
So it's 15 yards. They were at the 18. Or is it half the distance? It's half the distance.
Yeah.
So there you go. So first and goal from the 9, which is what I thought. It's just as before they marched it off, they had me confused.
Yes, they did.
Robertson, handoff, Biebelhauser, and Biebelhauser wrapped up on a short gain there.
About 2 yards, a yard, down to the 7.
And looks like, can't tell. I couldn't quite tell a number there. I wanted to call the player but for New Albany, but I couldn't. It made that tackle. He got up and turned around too quickly on me. Second and goal from the 7.
This is a good time for that option we were talking about. Make that defensive end make a commitment one way or the other. Commit to the running back or commit to the quarterback. And maybe, I don't know, you brought too many defenders over there. Let's see if we run it over here to the other side.
From the gun, handoff again. Biebelhauser, yep.
See, again, that defensive end is committed to stop the running back.
Right.
And Robertson is giving him the ball when he maybe should be pulling it. After the end commits, be a little more hesitant on your read. Ride it in there a little more. Make that guy make a commitment, and then give her pull.
So third down.
Yeah.
From the 7.
It's a big play for Floyd right here. Take that ball all the way down the field and then come away with nothing or only 3 points is disappointing for them.
Yeah, 5 first downs on this drive. But you can't get another
Go.
one. You
got,
open field there and into the
umpire
stripes. And that is the
right.
Unless I'm mistaken, we had one of those in Bloomington North too.
We did. And unfortunately, most of the time, the poor umpire is the official that gets hit the most.
Right.
And most of the time, they freeze, and they'll let the runner evade them. They don't try to move.
Right. So we've got a situation where Max Granger will attempt the field goal, and the hold was in the hands of Sean Grant, and the kick is up. The kick is good. So Floyd Central on the scoreboard first with a made field goal. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back for more here on GLICOD.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
As As Floyd Central is set to kick the ball back to New Albany. New Albany with their second possession. And while we were at our break, Coach Kaz, what did you say about that referee?
The umpire made a really nice tackle. You know, Floyd Central said they've been working on that all week, form tackling. And that umpire, man, he made a nice tackle there.
I think there were Bulldogs coming, so I still don't know that Robertson would have made it in the end zone. But nice to see that the umpire popped right up, and so far looks no worse for wear.
Right.
He gonna feel that one in the morning, though. I'd be willing to bet.
He probably will.
Max Granger with the ball on the 40. We'll kick it off. I know we've got Rand back there, and I think it's Amari DeJesus. But
run with it. Golly, you lost. Could have gained 5 or 6 yards. But
at least that was Henry Dixon, the opposing kicker.
Oh, it was. And he does play some defensive back.
He plays some D-back. He sure does.
All right, so let's go back to New Albany running that ball off tackle. Right over that right guard, right tackle, left guard, left tackle. Pound it in there, and they're going to go 4 wide. They're going to run a quick screen out here.
Sure are, and we've got these 4 wideouts now. We're going to mix things up a little bit. A big shift, just trying to see what
motion.
And then Watson is going to roll, and here comes the tackler, and tackled for a loss. That was Jude Harrison coming across to make that tackle.
Nice tackle. That's what Coach Bragg said they worked on, open field tackling, form tackling. That's what you try to do. Not only that, but you can see how many yellow shirts there were over there at the tackle. There was 5 or 6, 7 yellow shirts right in that vicinity.
So no gain there.
You call that rallying to the ball.
No gain, and New Albany, 2nd and 10. Handoff, that's Johnson again, and this time he powers forward. It's a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd down, though, and good
3rd and 8, at least 8. Yeah, well, timeout for the Bulldogs. Oh, quarter. Wow, that went fast.
Quarter is done.
Holy cow.
So, at the end of 1, our score here at Floyd Central High School, Floyd Central 3 and the New Albany Bulldogs nothing. Come on back. We'll have second quarter action for you here on GLICOD.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're up front with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
As we were a little bit late getting started, but the striped shirts want us to go, go, go. So they put the ball back in play, and that was Watson again on the keeper. He gets back to about the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. Asher Gibson on the tackle there for the Highlanders. So it's 4th down, and Dixon is going to have to punt the ball away again.
Well, we're going to test New Albany's defense because that last one we were talking here during the break, that was a real win for New Albany's defense.
Yeah.
They made Floyd Central earn all their yardage and held them to just a field goal. So they're going to be tested again because they're going to get a little better field position this time.
Well, those long drives certainly can begin to take a little bit out of the defense. Dixon with a nice punt.
Yep, another nice punt.
Fielded by Biebelhauser at the 34, and Floyd Central will take over. So again, Dixon, that's his 19th punt on the year.
And it's 2 really nice punts.
Yep, sure were.
Yeah, 30, 35-yard punts, nothing wrong with that. It's a good weapon. It's a good defensive weapon. That's why punters are always on
you
the
put that on the defensive side
That's right.
on your all-GLICOD team.
That's right.
Which we should say, Coach and I recorded a little stand-up before the ball game. We are going to play that for you at halftime, so you've got the chance to see that. The all-GLICOD team from here in Southern Indiana. Biebelhauser on the carry. He got the start at running back tonight. And Spencer coming up with the tackle there for New Albany. William Spencer. So tackle for a couple of yard loss as the clock continues to run. That's why that first quarter went so quickly.
I wonder, and I will talk about this after this play.
Okay.
I just give you something to think about.
Fonda is the wideout on the near side, and Biebelhauser in the backfield. Biebelhauser waits for his blockers, turns it upfield, and gains about 3. And, boy, long time coming, blowing that whistle. See where they end up placing the ball. Looks like it's going to be at about the 36-yard line, so about a 3-yard gain, but still going to be 3rd and long. Go ahead, Coach.
Well,
you had a thought.
My thought is, as I watch Robertson come over to the sideline to get his plays from Coach Bragg, and he just kind of jogs back, and there doesn't seem to be any urgency. But I wonder if that's part of the plan, is to stretch the game out, to make the game, to run the clock more, to stretch it out.
Could be.
Run that.
Although allowing teams to stick around has bitten them the last 2 weeks. 4 wideouts for Robertson. Looks to throw, chucks it downfield to Fonda, and just overthrows his man. Fonda stretched out and came down hard and didn't land very nicely there, so he's still down on the sideline. That brings up 4th down, and Max Granger.
Yeah, he landed right on his lower back.
Sure
Made
did.
a very good attempt at the ball, kind of twisted, and when he dove for it, it landed flat on his lower back.
And Fonda had he missed several games early because of a lower extremity injury. So we have timeout on the field for the injured player, so we're going to take a timeout as well. We will step away here shortly, and when we return, we'll have more second quarter action for you here on GLICOD.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms. Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at Northside.
Back, my fault. All right, well, we're going to bring it back here. A high snap.
Oh, a nice kick.
A very nice kick by Granger, and a fumble muffed up in the air. Yellow jerseys on it.
Yeah.
Floyd Central thinks they have it. I'm glad we came back because Floyd Central recovers the muffed punt. That was just off the hands of Henry Dixon. And so 1st and 10 for the Highlanders.
And I tell you, that was a tough punt to handle because it was weird the way it looked like a knuckleball, and it kind of caught him by surprise because he was coming up to get it, and all of a sudden it was in his face.
So the turnover on the muffed punt by New Albany.
It's going to test their defense again. Biebelhauser
right up the middle,
and Biebelhauser.
He's going to be near the first down marker.
Yep.
So Fonda is up on the sideline, although the training staff is still working with him.
Yeah, it looks a little gingerly in his back. He's doing a little back stretches.
Odd fall there for the young man.
All right, it's 2nd and 1. It's a good time to go for it. New Albany's in cover 1, it looks like. Could be cover 3. They just jumped offside. Nope, got back.
Robertson just chooses to carry, comes right back up the middle. The umpire evading that time.
Did he get out of the way that time?
He did. First down, Highlanders. 6 first down on the evening thus far for the Highlanders, as we are already working on our way to the middle portion of this second quarter. It's clock has been running. Pitch back, and Biebelhauser, not much of a hole there, but he made something happen for a few yards. Looks like it's going to be about a 4-yard gain, maybe inside the 10. Definitely,
definitely inside the 10. Yeah, New Albany's selling out a lot with their linebackers, and when you do that, the offense to go outside, go off outside the end. That's what they're doing. New Albany's bringing those linebackers, toss the ball, get outside, get away from those blitzing linebackers.
So second, and I guess it is about 7 from the 8-yard line, so that Floyd can get a first down right at the 1. Into the hands of Biebelhauser. Nice block. Springs Biebelhauser. Touchdown.
Yeah, great. I tell you where the block was. The block was out here at the wide receiver spot. I want to catch that young man's number because that was number 1. That was Mitchell Bernardi out there at wide receiver that just made a phenomenal block. That block was what sprung that play. So the muff punt cost New Albany 6.
And
now 7.
The hold, and the kick is up. Kick is good. So with that, Max Granger extra point, that gives us a score. Floyd Central 10, New Albany nothing. Let's step away. When we return, we'll have more second quarter action for you upcoming here on GLICOD.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms. Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
This portion of tonight's game on GLICOD is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. Apply today for a rewarding career in metal manufacturing. For more, visit WMKelly.com.
10-0 for the Highlanders, and Coach, after the New Albany defense really came up big and stopped Floyd from getting a touchdown and just only allowed 3 points on that field goal there in that first Floyd drive. After that muffed punt and the short field, they just couldn't do enough to stop the Highlanders, and the Highlanders up 10-0.
And when you're fragile, as New Albany's defense is a bit fragile, those kinds of things hurt. When you make a good stop, you got to come right back on the field again.
So,
big hit.
Nice run back.
Yes. Good tackle by.
And that was Gavin Rand getting that ball at about the 8-yard line.
And Jacoby Wade on the tackle. And I hope I pronounced his last name properly. W-A-Y-D-E, Wade.
I would think so.
Yep. Jacoby, nice tackle anyway. Sophomore getting a little playing time. Good for him.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Kenneth Watson, the sophomore.
Go right back there.
And Dakota Johnson.
That's it.
Nice run there for about 8 yards.
That's it. That's what New Albany needs to do right there. Just do it again.
Well, what I noticed there on that play, Coach, there was a Floyd Central lineman on his back and another one flat on his face.
Yes.
And so the line for New Albany did what they needed to do for Dakota Johnson. Now he hit the line hard there, but a couple of yellow jerseys, and that's not going to be too much of a gain, although the spot is going to be out close to the line to gain, I believe.
That was a nice play by Isaac Hunt. He's a great big young man. 6'2", 350, not 250, 350.
Now they're going to say first down.
The
official on the far sideline says that was a first down. the marker didn't seem to move, but I thought from the spot there was a very good chance that that was going to be close. And so, first down for the Bulldogs. Nice running there from Johnson. And there's another hole. He gets away from one man and carries it on down. It's going to be close to that line to gain again. Jake Howes coming up with the tackle.
Again, do it again. Run again between the tackles, between the guard and the tackle. Run that inside strong running game. Again, there you go. Boom.
Boom, hits it again, and that's going to be good for a good 5 into Floyd territory.
Yeah. Right now, New Albany's offensive line is dominating the Floyd Central defensive line. Got to hold your...
Another first down. Johnson again gets it down near the 40-yard line. So second first down on the Jackson Ehringer. Is that who made the tackle?
Yeah.
Ehringer, no. Oh, it was running. It was John. I'm sorry. It was Jennings.
Yeah.
That's Jennings. You're right. I'm sorry. Thank you, Jeff.
And you can see, I tell you, you can see what, right here, they've got Floyd Central players on the ground.
So tackle from Howes there and brings up second and short. And New Albany's playing quick, too, which normally you don't see folks do when they're trying to run the ball.
Right.
But they want to keep Floyd on their heels.
Yeah, that's right.
And now trying to bounce it outside.
Stay between the tackles.
Going to fall to the 30 or near it. It's going to be just short. So it's going to bring up third and less than a yard, it looks like.
Elijah, put your head down, find that gap between the guard and tackle, and stay there.
Elijah hits the line of scrimmage and is brought backwards, but he's got the first down.
Yeah, he's
certainly.
Forward progress was to the 29.
Yep, absolutely. So moves the chains again. And this is absolutely what, Coach, you were just saying, what New Albany needed to do is just run that ball between the tackles.
And be patient now. Don't get out of this game plan right now. Be patient. Get your running backs, be patient.
Loesch was in motion, the H-back there. Watson tries to pop it outside, but the yellow jerseys come, and the ball is loose.
And Floyd Central got it.
Says they have it. Floyd Central football at the 37-yard line. Bounced outside, coughed up the ball. So 2 turnovers by New Albany. So that one on the fumble by Watson. First a muffed punt. And Floyd Central back on offense with 4:27 left on the clock here in the second quarter.
New Albany has a nice drive going. It's just, remember what I said, patience, stay patient.
There's that RPO. Robertson keeps, but is thrown down there behind the line of scrimmage.
That was Dorian Weathers, defensive end. That's a nice play, and he's leaving the game.
Ball on the back to the 36-yard line, so loss of 1 officially.
Aiden Ray now has come in at defensive end.
As
I'm
4
looking
wideouts for Robertson. Biebelhauser in the backfield, and they find their man, and that is Sam Lockhart. Listed as a tight end, but lined up there in the slot.
That's that H-back that we talked about in our pregame show. Our all-GLICOD team.
All-GLICOD team, yep. That H-back, tight end H-back, kind of 2 different types of players.
We'll be announcing that at halftime.
At halftime. Got that. We recorded that before the game. 3rd and 4. That's Kaiser in motion.
No, he was going forward.
And Fonda catches that pass at about the line to gain and turns upfield for more. So first down, Floyd.
That was a yak.
Yep.
That was a 2-yard pass and a 9-yard yak. And it's not that hard. I mean, it's pitch and catch. He's wide open. Throw him the ball. It's an easy pass. It's an easy catch. And then turn up field. Catch it, turn up field.
As now, empty backfield. Robertson looks right. Here comes pressure. He tucks and gets it to about the line to gain.
I think he's got the first down. Looks like he's
so
right
too. By
on,
the spot, it's the 35.
Right on the 35.
Floyd Central's 8th first down of the half as the clock still continues to move.
Yeah, New Albany had good coverage downfield. They had a nice pass rush. But the problem is when you're in that man coverage, once you get past that line of scrimmage, the quarterback, nobody's assigned the quarterback.
Right.
I've got this man, I'm rushing this, but the quarterback is the one person that doesn't have somebody covering him.
Unless you do hear once in a while with a big-time running quarterback, a spy.
A spy,
but that's,
exactly.
But that's a sort of a different situation for certain.
Yeah.
Robertson under center, handoff, and Biebelhauser with a gain of about 4 near the 30-yard line. Going to be just on the other
right on
this side of it.
31.
Mm-hmm.
So, nice gain of 4. You're ahead of the chain. First, second down and 6. Get you 3 or 4 yards on this play.
As the clock continues to run, though, we are at a minute and 38 here.
This is unbelievable how quick this game is going.
Well, we got a little bit of a late start, and then I guess somebody got the memo that, boy, we got a late start. We got to get this thing in. So you'd think there was rain coming or something, which there is not. It's a beautiful night. Biebelhauser with the ball, and he was wrapped up in the backfield. That's going to be loss of 1, it looks like, by the far official.
Well, Floyd, you got 3 timeouts left. You got you can't save them for the second half.
Yep.
Might want to call timeout.
Well, we've got a break that we would really like to get in to hear from some of our great GLICOD sponsors, but
not really.
But with third down here, Floyd.
Oh, they've got the middle of the field open again. Middle of the field's open. Middle of the field.
Throwing at the far sideline. Didn't see who that was.
Coach, call timeout.
And
that should be
Kaiser.
A first down. Oh, third. Did he go first? Did they call first or not? Yep, first down.
Timeout. So a first down and a timeout. So we've got a chance to catch that break. We will do so. Come on back. 44 seconds left in the first half here on GLICOD.
Tailgate or tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere.
But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
.44 seconds remains here in the first half at Scott Field, Ron Wigleb Stadium on the campus of Floyd Central High School. 10-0 our score. The Highlanders being held to a field goal on their first possession, and then the New Albany Bulldogs with a muffed punt.
No. They can't start the clock. Yeah, but he ran a second off of the game clock.
All right, Robertson looks to throw, does downfield, and broken up.
Nice breakup.
Through the hands of Jordan Fonda. We'll see if that second matters there or not.
I think that was, we decided 27 was, who did we say 27 was? That was a change.
That was Rand.
That was Rand breaking that up. It's from a safety
Gavin
spot.
Rand.
Because that was there. Second.
So now a shift. We've got
They're coming.
Throwing it up. Interception.
Yep.
Turnover.
Fumble.
Oh, fumble.
Still live. Ball's live.
Ball on the far sideline. That was Clay Kaiser picked that up, I think, for New Albany. And the ball was through the hands of Fonda, or knocked out of the hands of Fonda. And still live. Turnover on the interception.
Throw late in the middle of the field. It's going to be an interception most of the time.
So turnovers, one of those keys, both teams on the negative side. Now, so far, Floyd winning the battle by 1, but that was a chance to really put a nail in an early coffin there. And New Albany now with the ball. Watson pitches out to the sidelines. That's DeJesus, who carries it out to about the 28-yard line. So with 21 seconds left and a long field, New Albany thus far, trailing as they are, 10-0, wants to see if they can move the football. Watson looks to throw again. Pitch, catch, and the ball came out, so that's incomplete. So it's going to bring up third down, third and about 4.
Okay, now New Albany needs to be a little careful here. Floyd's still got a timeout, and it's 3rd and 5. The clock is stopped because of incomplete pass. If they throw another incomplete pass, the clock gets stopped. It's 4th down. Yee.
Right.
I don't know if I want to punt that ball.
Right. But Watson is going to throw. No, he is
Call
sacked.
timeout. Floyd, call timeout. Call timeout. Oh, why aren't you calling timeout?
So 4th down. The coach wanted a timeout but did not get it. So that is the end of the first half.
There were still 9 seconds left.
There was time left. 10-0, Floyd Central over the New Albany Bulldogs. We will step away, hear from some of our great GLICOD sponsors. When we come back, Coach and I will talk about this first half. And then coming up in the halftime, we've got the all GLICOD team for you here on GLICOD during this halftime. Come on back for all of that on GLICOD.
25 time.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes. Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
Where's Cobra Guy?
What?
No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket, so I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker, and I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union. For banking and financial services that are centered around you, visit Centra.org.
As we return to halftime here at Ron Wiglub Stadium on the campus of Floyd Central High School, 10-0 our score in this battle for the Anchor Trophy. And Coach, now first let's discuss clock management there at the end of the first half, because your feeling was Floyd had the chance to make New Albany punt the ball away.
And it was going to be 4th and 5, 9 seconds left. Call timeout. Now you put the onus on New Albany. What are they going to do? Are they going to punt? They can't take a safety. If he takes a knee, the clock stops automatically for change of possession.
Sure.
So the best thing they could do is punt. And golly, strange things happen in high school games with punting. So
right,
I would have, me personally, I would have called that timeout and made Coach Cooley make the decision on what he was going to do. And I think Coach Cooley would have punted. That, to me, his only decision.
Right.
But anyways, you're still up 10-0.
There you go. Well, let's talk about those first half numbers, and really the big numbers are the two turnovers from by the New Albany Bulldogs, one from Floyd Central, a muff punt, and a fumble by the Bulldogs, and then that late interception giving New Albany the ball back when Floyd was driving. And really taking the wind out of the sails there of the Highlanders. And then 4 first downs for New Albany, and then Floyd with 2 long drives, really one of five first downs and another with 4. But really just the one touchdown. New Albany defense really played well on that first drive.
Well, and they've stepped up, and they've made Floyd Central earn everything they've had. Every yardage, every first down has been earned. They're not giving up anything long. They're not giving up long runs. It's all 5, 6, 7, and little short passes. So that's to credit New Albany's defense. They have improved. We see improvement from what we saw a couple weeks ago. So good for them. But they have to stick with that game plan of keep it inside the guard tackle. Just keep beating it in there. You're gaining yardage. Not only are you gaining yardage, but you're not letting Floyd Central have the ball.
Right. Well, and you've got 24 minutes, and you're only down 10 points.
Right.
And you can run the ball and certainly come back from that 10-point deficit. Well, we are going to step away here from some more of our awesome GLICOD sponsors here from Southern Indiana High School football. And when we return, Coach and I, we were up top before the ball game started, and we will talk through the all GLICOD team for you here coming up on halftime on GLICOD.
A credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is a billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
What are the ABCs of safe sleep for babies? That they lay alone, on their back, and in a crib. These measures can help lower the risk of sudden, unexpected infant deaths. The Clark County Health Department offers free CPR and safe sleep training, plus cribs for expectant parents, grandparents, or caregivers of young children who meet eligibility requirements. For more safe sleep information, visit clarkhealth.net. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
This is Todd Carter and Coach Jim Kazmarek, halftime here at Floyd Central High School. We're actually recording this pregame so we can talk about and have time to talk about the all-GLICOD Southern Indiana team as
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life. Your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
GLICOD on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/GLICOD.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Well, afraid a technical glitch there with the record playback. So you know what? We're going to do it live. The all-GLICOD team as composed by a committee of one. And you gave us a little background. So do that, Coach, the all-GLICOD team.
Well, the all-GLICOD team started 4 years ago when I came back on the GLICOD team. And But prior to that, we used to do, when I was working for Rivals,
Yep.
we did an all-rival team for 6 or 7 years. It's just a kind of a labor of love. I love watching the high school games. I watch certain players play and see how well they play, and then compile a all GLICOD Southern Indiana team.
All right, so our all GLICOD Southern Indiana team. Let's start with the offensive linemen.
Well, offensive lineman is that's my heart, so I always start with them.
Yep.
And the most important offensive lineman is the center, and that is Max Winalda,
yep.
from Bloomington North High School, 5'11", 262. He is only a junior, so we'll see him hopefully in the future.
Yep.
Walker Hoffman from Silver Creek, big sophomore player that's got a great future in front of him.
Yep.
Malachi Rios from Charlestown, who was all GLICOD last year.
Yep.
Don Houchins, we're watching him play tonight. Is one of those good blockers that are making a lot of holes for New Albany's running backs tonight. And then big Josh Posey, 6'6", 290 from Providence, is our offensive lineman.
All right, and then at the next position, we've got really a double here. This is the tight end position, but also the H-back.
Yeah, it's kind
right?
of
So we've got two.
Yeah, it's kind of become a hybrid.
Yeah.
The tight end, and then it becomes what's called the H-back. So we, rather than just narrowing it down to one, the committee decided to do two.
All
That's
right, let's hear him.
So our tight end is Ethan French, 6'2", 175-pound junior from Charlestown. And our H-back is big Aiden Steinfeld, 6'4", 234 from Bloomington North High School. And he really was a beast in that New Albany game we saw.
Sure was. Okay, so next is split ends, wide receivers, slot backs.
Well, and we've kind of put them all together. And the one, I think the best one we saw all year was Tate Bless from Bloomington North. Yep. 6'2", 161, very tall, rangy receiver. A player just like him is from Clarksville. That's Morgan Capps. Same type of player, 6'1", 170-pound sprinter, very rangy.
Yep.
And then, to me, one of the most interesting, exciting players to watch is Cade Unruh from Providence. Only 5'10" and 150 pounds, and that's really stretching it, I'm sure. But he is an outstanding player, more of a slot back than a split end, but he plays a lot of different positions.
And our quarterback for our all GLICOD team here in Southern Indiana will be?
Well, we saw a lot of good quarterbacks. We're watching Robertson tonight, Tristan Robinson, another good quarterback. And we did see a lot of good ones. The one I saw last week, to me, stood out more than anybody, and that's Tyler Fessel from Floyd Central. Really is a young man who's got it all. Good feet, good arm, throws a very good long pass, throws those what we call the frozen rope on the short passes, and not only that, is a good runner and kind of carries Corydon on his shoulders too. So Tyler Fessel from Corydon.
And then our utility player.
Our utility player is the guy we're watching tonight, and that's the Swiss Army knife for Floyd Central. That's Cody Biebelhauser, who plays split end, running back, flanker, slot back, defensive back, returns kicks, return punts. He does it all for them. We can't forget our running backs, though.
Oh, we did?
Yeah,
I did.
We
I'm
skip
sorry.
our running
backs. I'm sorry.
That's
My
quite
apologies.
all right.
Running backs.
It's exciting.
I missed it.
Robert Lamar is a player that's been on our team for 2 years. This is his third year. We saw him as a sophomore, and I knew that young man was going to have a future. Robert Lamar from Clarksville is, to me, the best running back I think we've seen this year. Although Cody Minich from Bloomington North would be a very close second.
Yeah.
He was a beast in the New Albany game.
Sure was
and
good,
then lastly is Thomas Lynch, another Providence player who plays much bigger than his body size is.
Okay, so then that leaves us with our kicker.
Our kicker as an offensive player is Charlie Scott from Providence. We've seen him several times this year. He keeps getting a little bit better and a little bit better. And he was 7 for 7 last week against Corydon.
All right, so let's go to the defensive side. Again, we will start with the lineman on the defensive line, Coach.
Well, we've got 4 of those. Larry Staples, a junior from Bloomington North, 6'2", 263. Dakota Johnson, we're watching him play tonight, a junior, 6'1", 205 from New Albany. Nolan Finnegan is a tall, rangy defensive end from Providence, and he's a junior. In fact, three of the 4 are juniors, so we get a chance to watch him play.
Might get to see him again.
Eli Newman from Silver Creek is the lone senior. He was a nose tackle at Silver Creek.
And then at the linebacker position.
Well, another Providence player, Luke French at linebacker.
Yeah, tough player
yes,
there.
very tough player. Hunter Schmidt from Corydon Central. I was very impressed with the way he played defense. He was all over the field, back and forth, making stops in the middle and then making plays along each sideline. And then Wyatt Hoffman, who I think was a all-GLICOD player last year from Charlestown.
He was. And then at safety and cornerback, so the defensive backs, Coach.
Yeah, well, and, Charlestown had two players that were outstanding players that went both ways, Jake Ottersback and Clay McClellan.
Yep.
Clay McClellan is an outstanding quarterback, but I couldn't fit him in at the quarterback spot on this team. But he did play some safety for Charlestown, so he's a safety. Jake Ottersback's the same way. He's a really good wide receiver, but just didn't fit in against the other wide receivers. But he did play defensive back, and he's a good, tall, rangy, speedy kid. He's a good track man also for Charlestown. And then Caden Reister was really a hard-nosed, tough tackler, Bloomington North. And then another one, Brian Wall. We talked about him in the last Providence game, how well he plays coming from a safety spot, making tackles.
Absolutely. And our punter.
Noah Nelson from Bloomington North is one of those rugby kickers that kicks strange punts that go in a lot of different directions. But I think he had a 70-yarder against New Albany.
He did, and I believe his season long was 97 or something like that.
Something crazy.
Yeah.
So he's our punter. Coach was Dan McDonald, who's doing an outstanding job at Providence. And then we have the Trey Shane. This is a special award. I call it the Trey Shane. I play with a chip on my shoulder the entire game, and that has to go to Cade Unruh. It could really go to a lot of the players at Providence because they all kind of play with that chip on their shoulder.
And then honorable mention.
Well,
you have a few.
Yes, we do. There was some player like Dash King, sophomore quarterback at Bloomington North, who's going to have a great future.
Yep.
Honorable mention at quarterback. Wyatt Jones, a lineman from New Albany. We're watching him play tonight. Isaac Gurdon from Corydon Central. Max Granger, the kicker from Floyd Central, is actually playing with a broken thumb tonight. I don't know if you know that or not.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Yes, he actually had it set today. And is wrapped up and taped up, and I saw him down in the locker room when I was talking with Coach Bragg.
Okay.
And Todd Ziegler from Floyd Central, and lastly Emerson Jones, a lineman from Floyd Central. So that's our 2022 all-GLICOD Southern Indiana all-star football team.
Absolutely.
And I'd stack them up against anybody.
Coach, he just wants a chance to coach them is what he wants.
I would. I'd love to coach all of them.
Absolutely.
What an honor that would be.
Well, we had this lovely stand-up out in the sunlight, but, the technical difficulties say, let's just do it live. So we did, and we thank Coach for taking the time to put together that all-GLICOD team. We're going to catch a very quick break, and when we return, we will set for the second half. Coming up, 10-0, Floyd Central, and second half when we return here on GLICOD.
Cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever. The Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department. You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football from GLICOD.
Here. Yeah, I'll do it I'll just do the read right as I come back, which is out of order, but, it is what it is. Well, we made lemonade out of lemons there. I'm sorry we rushed to do that. I swear, when I previewed it, it was right. It was fine. I swear it was.
Well, you could have said.
And we could have sat here and tried to figure it out. But what's that? Yes, that's that goes with the read. Oh, I'm sorry. We are back. Are you looking to improve your career? Globe in New Albany is seeking pipe fitters, welders, and laborers starting at $16 an hour plus benefits. Call 812-596-WELD, 812-596-WELD, or visit globefabhiring.com. And my apologies to producer Jeff Cooper, who was trying to tell me we were back from our commercial, and I'm the one who missed that. So as we are just a couple minutes from this second half. Coach, your thoughts on what both teams need to do, and especially I should say, I guess, New Albany playing from behind here.
Well, I can't stress it enough for New Albany to stick with that game plan. It's not fancy. It's not pretty. It's down and dirty. Run the ball between the tackles. You're gaining yardage. You've got Floyd Central's defensive linemen back on their heels. You're going to break it. You just stick with it. It'll pay off for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can't. New Albany's defense is playing well, which was a concern. So New Albany, keep running the ball between the tackles.
Well, and again, we talked about first half numbers. One that we didn't talk about was the one penalty. There was only one penalty that I wrote down, or I can recall in that first half. There were actually 2 flags on the play, an offsides and a personal foul. The personal foul was accepted, so technically only one penalty on the books from New Albany. That shortened the field even more for Floyd, but the New Albany defense stood up and ended up only giving up a field goal in that series. But really, that is a heck of a clean half for both teams. I mean, just that one penalty.
And you kind of expect that at this point of the season, but you don't expect that.
Right.
You don't expect one penalty. You expect maybe 2 or 3.
Couple 3. Yeah.
But no offsides, no motion penalties. One personal foul penalty. It was could have been questionable. I mean, the kid jumped offside and hit the Floyd Central player, but did he jump offside and not hit the Floyd Central player? Probably.
Yeah.
But anyways, it still was a great, clean game and fast. Holy cow! I couldn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, as it's only 8:15 in the evening here, Eastern time, so that went by quickly.
And I've been standing here thinking, how we always say you were tackled by a pride of lions or a ship full of pirates.
Yes.
So I have come up with.
I don't like that
I don't either. You got to be careful.
No,
you got to be careful when you
dangerous.
say it. But what I'm going to say is, it's a clan of Highlanders.
Sure.
How about
that?
Is that a good one?
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Clan of Highlanders.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
A kennel of Bulldogs.
Kennel, sure, absolutely. I like kennel better than pound, so
Yeah, I
that's
do
good.
too.
Yeah, kennel is good.
Yeah.
You're right.
So you can use that if you want to.
Okay, a clan of Highlanders.
Highlanders.
Okay. Henry Dixon to boot the ball away as Floyd Central won the opening toss and deferred.
So I start the second half with an onside kick.
Okay.
I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to play aggressive. I'm going to coach aggressively. We're going to run that ball right down your throat. We're going to.
I know that's Biebelhauser back there, but I can't see who the second player is.
Looks like they're going
back for the Highlanders.
If I'm an onside kick, they seem to.
They're stacked up.
They're stacked over here on the right-hand
near
side. Oh, it is an onside. Well,
no, it's just to the up back. They were trying to kick it to somebody they thought maybe couldn't come down with it, but Andrew Rogg, R-O-G, a junior, 6'1", 225-pound lineman.
Offensive, nice hands for an offense.
Grabbed it and advanced it.
He's got to be a backup center. He is. With hands like that, he's got to be the backup center.
There you go.
That was really for an offensive lineman to catch that ball and then have the ability to run forward. The foresight to run forward.
What about 9 yards there?
Yep.
So Granger in motion. He gets the ball on the sweep and makes the first 2 miss and ends up gaining about 5 out near midfield. And then a flag comes in.
Pretty good.
And the flag thrown to the defensive
This could be
backfield.
Yeah, this could be a personal foul on Floyd's. I don't know. I'm not going to guess. But there was something going on down on the far sideline about the 40-yard line.
No, I agree with you. That's where it was.
And it looked like a Floyd Central player was continuing to block beyond the end of the play.
Well, let's see. Well,
we just talked about not having penalties, and here we go.
That's one of those things that certainly slows a ball game down. We talked about how quickly that first half went. The body language is it's going against Floyd Central,
nobody.
I think.
Face mask?
Face mask.
Oh,
against New Albany. Okay.
Personal foul against, oh my goodness. Personal foul. 3 personal foul, 2 personal fouls, and a face mask. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my goodness sakes. That's 45 yards in penalty, so we've made up for it.
In one
play.
That's so we're trying to figure out if it's a walk off of the.
Well, now they're trying to figure out where do we
go.
Where do we start marking these off?
Do we mark from the flag was thrown into New Albany territory at about the 43?
Well, the first mark off is going to be from the. Well, I'm not sure. I mean, that's a lot of penalty yardage.
So there's 3 penalties. And
I tell you,
they are still going there.
The last time I saw something like that was Floyd Central in Bedford at Bedford, and Mike Beck and I were working the game, and the referees had gone absolutely crazy with flags, and there was a penalty, and then a Floyd Central player got an unsportsmanlike penalty, and then the Floyd Central coach got an up, and they just kept marking, they just kept walking, walking. So that's a kind of the same kind of strange thing.
So that's a first down.
That's
we can say that.
3 first downs.
Yeah, but it's a first down via penalty for Floyd Central.
Yeah.
And not what the New Albany faithful wanted to have happen to start the second half, because that certainly gives an extremely short field. So that was a face mask and 2 unsportsmanlike penalties.
Uh-oh, something else is going on. Oh.
And an ejection. An ejection. And an injection. And all right. We know who we think was ejected, but at the same time, I cannot confirm that, and so I don't want to say out loud. So we'll hold on to that. There was no announcement from the press box of who that was. So Robertson with Biebelhauser in behind him. This just the second play of the second half. Robertson throws to the end zone and misses as overthrowing Sam Lockhart.
Yeah, he had Eli Branham wide open coming up the sideline here. He was kind of focused on Lockhart, and Branham was coming along the sideline wide open. All right, so New Albany's got to stand tall right here, and
they
stop him
they
again.
Managed it one other time, so let's see what they can do here in this battle for the Anchor Trophy. Floyd had the halftime lead, and this now just the third play. Big mark off for those penalties. Biebelhauser around the left-hand side and still going. Finally brought down just about the 10-yard line.
So it's going to be 3rd and 3.
So 3rd and 3 with the ball at the 10-yard line. Actually, about 3rd and 4, actually, I think we should say. Line to gain's the 6.
Yeah. So are you in 4-down territory, or do you kick a field goal?
The way Coach Bragg usually plays, I would say 4-down territory. But then again, as Granger is accurate.
Yeah.
So I think I'd take the points. That would be me. But I'm calling games. And off Biebelhauser and hit at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for maybe a yard, possibly 2.
Yep, Noabi's going to sell the house. They're bringing everybody. They probably have a stunt called roll the dice or kitchen sink or something
like that.
But everybody's coming, and So if I'm Floyd Central, if I'm gonna pass, I'm gonna get my quarterback out away from the center.
What kind of play do you try to make? Well, no, starting back in a shotgun, you're probably not going to do some sort of hard count, try to get them off sides or something.
No.
So Robertson,
now he's gonna call
a timeout. So that gives us a chance to take a timeout as well. Our score, 10-0 here in the third quarter. Come on back for more on GLICOD.
Big play for New Orleans.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Yeah.
The outside man who comes in, plants, breaks back out. The outside man's running. I mean, but you
Coach,
keep that third receiver in there to kind of clean up anybody chasing the quarterback.
Coach running through all his coaching options here as we've got 9:55 on the clock. Big play for both teams, but certainly the New Albany defense, who would like to get out of here giving up no points. Robertson.
Yep, there he is.
Runs to the right.
Pressure.
Here comes the defense and throwing broken up.
Nope.
There along the sideline, so turnover on downs. And that New Albany defense comes up big.
They did come up big. That was a big, big play, and this could come back to haunt the Highlanders.
Well, it's certainly coming away empty after having that short a field.
Right.
So the turnover on downs gives the ball back to New Albany.
Sprint.
Yep.
Throw back.
And then throw back, Coach
It's always
says.
open. Always open.
So man in motion, handoff, Johnson, and he falls forward for a couple.
Do it again. Don't give up on it.
So 2nd and about 8. As Kenneth Watson sends his man in motion, and on the keeper, gets a block, but can't get too much more than a couple of yards there.
Yeah, it's going to be.
So it's going to be out to about the 16.
Yeah, he got
better
about
than
3.
I thought.
Got about 3 yards. So we're going to be 3rd and 4 maybe.
Yeah,
that's doable. Run it between that left guard and left tackle.
So Watson, the sophomore, and that's the thing about Watson here at New Albany, is just a sophomore. Loesch in motion.
There he is. There it
Handoff,
is. See,
Johnson. He's got the first down and some more.
A really, really nice block in there by number 53 for New Albany. That was Isaiah Simon, a sophomore, 5'11", 213 pounds. Really, really made a nice play there. The Floyd Central defensive end kind of helped him by continuing to over-penetrate.
So first down for the Bulldogs as they're on the move here in the second half. Another inside
Stay with it.
handoff. This one's going to be for no gain or just a short gain. Watson rolling left, has a man, that's Loesch. And on the short gainer there, 2nd down. Going to be 3rd and about 6. Yeah, that's about right. So Loesch with the reception. Jennings in the ball game to Watson's left. And do we have a timeout?
The band, I don't know what. I think the band is not supposed to be playing during a play.
Well, they're
not allowed. They're actually not allowed to do that.
Yeah, they're supposed to be supposed to wait to between plays.
They can do it between plays, but as soon as they start, they come back out. That has to stop.
Yep.
I'm glad to see the referee do that. I bet you Coach Cooley was the one who alerted him to that.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. All right, so Drumline and the cheerleaders had a little something worked up there and just running it at the wrong time. Needed to wait till timeout. So big third down play here.
But they can play between plays.
Right, you just can't play during the play.
Right, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is.
And another first down.
There it is, there it is, see?
Jake Howes on the tackle.
Patience. Coach Cooley, patience is a virtue tonight.
Absolutely. Watson calls for it, decides to keep it, and has a man. That's DeJesus, and he can't come down with it. Max Granger in on the play there to knock that ball away, but it hit him in the hands.
Playing with that broken thumb, too. Maybe if Granger had two hands, he could have intercepted that.
But it was thrown pretty well. DeJesus had a chance at it.
There
Quickly,
you go, run it inside.
And that was Jennings again.
Yeah,
he got pounded at about
the
line of scrimmage, maybe gained a yard. Going to bring up 3rd and long. So
yeah, it's hard to see. A whole clan of Highlanders made the tackle.
Absolutely.
I've been waiting to use that.
I know you have been.
All right, 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9. Watson throws left side, ball popped out. It would have been short anyway, but it would have been close.
Yeah.
And I was trying to see who the
Coach Cooley, you're going to go for it, Coach. Go for it.
That was DeJesus, the intended receiver.
The first down play. Got impatient. Throw the long ball. Now you get 2nd and long. Drop a pass. 3rd, or got hit. No yardage.
Yep.
Now it's 3rd and 10. That's not New Albany's game.
Dixon lines up for his 20th punt of the season. And boots the ball away.
Ooh, another good punt.
Nicely kicked. And Biebelhauser fair catches it at the 30.
You know, when I was coaching, we did that. We just went one guy back. And I always put my best receiver, best hands. All I want you to do is catch the ball. If you can run afterwards, that's great. But you're back there to do one thing and one thing only.
Catch the ball.
That is to catch the ball. And practice doing this. Wave that arm, fair catch. Nobody can hit you.
Yep. Well, and Biebelhauser called the fair catch and then had to come up to the ball. It ended up the wind maybe knocked it down a little bit. Although the wind, I will say, has died down. The flags are pretty well limp at this point. It was blowing hard here, folks, from the right to the left
yes,
early.
It was. It was brutal.
Blown play, and Robertson hit behind the line, and honestly, lucky he did not cough up the ball. Turned to his left, expected a back, and there was no one there. So loss of a couple, 2nd and 12.
And this is kind of what we saw Floyd Central in the Silver Creek game, where all of a sudden they're not playing with any urgency anymore. It's just
Robertson, he came into this game having thrown for over 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, but that threw another pick tonight, so he's at 7 now. Now, handoff, Biebelhauser. Made a man miss. 40.
There he goes.
50.
30.
Got one
they're going
to
to catch
beat.
him. They're going to catch him.
Sure
Oh!
are. And knocked down.
On the 16-yard line.
Thrown.
Interesting.
There by Smith.
That was the first time all game that we had a quarterback under center. It wasn't a shotgun. He was under center. And I do think that threw New Albany off like, wait a minute. What's this guy doing under center? He's not supposed to be there.
Right.
Get back where you belong.
So, big gainer from the Swiss Army knife, Cody Biebelhauser, who has played almost entirely running back this evening. And back again under center. Handoff. And now on the right side, a little bit of a dive play. And I was trying to see if... Now, I know Floyd does, from time to time, bring in a fullback. But
and they did that time. That was Andrew Gibson at running back that time. That was their fullback.
I'm sorry.
Biebelhauser just came back in the game.
Okay.
I think Coach took him out to get a breather for a minute.
Yes, you're right. There is Biebelhauser back in. Well, what they also do is they'll run 2 tight ends, which they have over on that right side of the line.
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of tight ends there.
And Lockhart and Howes. And Biebelhauser on the carry for a couple of yards there. So it's going to bring up 3rd down. So 3rd and 7. Ball inside the 15-yard line. So another red zone trip. Now the New Albany Bulldogs stood them up last go-round and early in the game Highlanders only managed to come away with a field goal. So see what happens this time.
Sprint right.
And it's that.
Oh, nice cut.
Absolutely.
Nice
That's
cut.
Granger on the sweep, and Granger takes it out. He's still going to be short of the 1st down, but inside the 10-yard line.
About a yard short. Nice cut.
So Max Granger there on the
now
carry.
Now he's going to kick the field goal. 4th and 2.
4th and 2, and the ball will be in the hands of Grant at the 15-yard line. As the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with that Max Granger field goal, that gives us a score. Floyd Central 13 and the Bulldogs is nothing. Come on back, 3:05 left in the 3rd period here on GLICOD.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Floyd Central decided that time to kick the 25-yard field goal, and Max Granger giving the Highlanders a 13-point lead. And Coach, you were doodling hard on a play here.
Yeah, one of the best plays that run on the goal line is a sprint right. And then you get your tight end. He just we used to call it log. Just kind of make believe you're blocking somebody, and then you count 1 Mississippi. We made the kids practice 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and we also say you had to say Mississippi.
Yep.
And then you just break opposite. The quarterback sprints, plants his foot, and throws back. Guaranteed touchdown. Always open. Always. Because as soon as this guy blocks, the man who's covering him forgets about him.
Right. Yep. So from up here, Coach says Floyd Central could have had a TD there. Oh, DeJesus reaches up, grabs that at about the.
Oh, he had a little
16,
bit of an opening there.
18, and carries it out to about the 31. So while the 3rd quarter has whittled away here a little bit, certainly this is still a situation where New Albany can put together a relatively quick strike.
Yep.
They are certainly still in this ball game. Is the New Albany defense? We talked about it early, and as one of the keys.
And they really have stepped
up.
up.
To step up.
And they have. They've done their job. Now, come on, New Albany. You know what the game plan is. Stick with it. Right there. Right. Left tackle. Boom.
And I believe that was Johnson back in. It was at the running back position. Just a very short gain there.
Now go right.
So Watson in the shotgun, calls for it, looks to throw, left, caught, and it's going to be a short gain, just a few yards there, out to about the 35.
And that's Watson's strength, is that little pass right there. That he's good at that. Is get the ball, boom, throw it real quick, nice short pass. He can complete those.
Watson puts De Jesus in motion, handoff, and that's Johnson. Met by a clan of Highlanders.
There you go.
You're welcome, Coach.
Yeah.
And falling forward for about a yard, brings up 4th down. Now this is exactly what New Albany didn't want, is a situation where they were potentially going to give the ball back quickly. As the punt team comes on for New Albany. And that's Dixon back there standing at the 21-yard line of New Albany.
Nice snap,
A
nice
very
punt.
nice
Another
snap.
one, another good punt.
And fielded by Biebelhauser at about the 39-yard line.
Yeah. And again, Floyd Central's got some fairly good field position.
Yes, I would say not too bad. We've had Floyd Central. We have seen them be able to put together long drives, but certainly New Albany has played well down with their backs against the wall tonight.
And they really have had their backs. It's 2 times this second half they've had their backs against the wall and have come up big.
Yeah, only 3 points given up. Man in motion. That's Kaiser. Handoff. That's Biebelhauser. Tripped up.
Really nice
play. That was Williams. Kirsten
Williams coming from his linebacker spot, making a nice play. New Albany's got a player down.
And we do have a player down on the field. That is the punter, Henry Dixon. So we are going to take a quick break, step away, and when we come back, we'll have 1 minute and 7 seconds left here in the third quarter at Floyd Central on GLICOD.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
As we return here to Floyd Central High School, unfortunately still a player down for New Albany, so we are going to take this opportunity to actually Jeff's gonna update our scores on the ticker, and tell you what, I can look over his shoulder. I'll give them to you verbally while he's updating them for the ticker. We've got 4 scores sent to us by Steve Bird. Pekin Eastern at Charlestown. Charlestown up 28-0 in the third there at home. And then North Harrison over Providence 14-7 at the end of 3. Silver Creek up over Cordon Central 28-21. That one with 7 minutes to go in the third. And then Jeffersonville up at Jennings County 21-14. That one also in the third period. As Dixon is up and is leaning on member of the coaching staff, I believe, and is leaving the field.
I think that's Coach Cooley helping him off the field.
It may very well.
No, it's not. Coach Cooley's
on the sideline.
Yeah.
Yep. But I think one of the other assistant coaches there helping him off the field. So with 1:07 left here in the third period, Floyd Central.
2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. This is our final regular season game for our GLICOD Southern Indiana broadcasts. We'll give you make sure and give you our schedule here upcoming. I'll try to do that next kind of stoppage we have. Robertson back to throw, airs it out. It's got Fonda out there and broken up very nicely by Caden Bishop in the defensive backfield. That was just thrown up for grabs, and Fonda wanted it, but Bishop knocked it away.
Knocked it away, yep.
So under a minute to go here, third period.
And that's one of the things Coach Cooley talked about before the game with me, about how much practice they had this week defending the long pass, and that they had gotten beat the previous 2 games with long passes. And, of course, we saw that in the Bloomington North game. So they've done a good job. That's the 3rd or 4th time that New Albany's broken up a nice long pass.
So 3rd and 11 here.
Little draw, a little screen. Here comes New Albany with the house.
With
it's a
the
screen.
house. It's a screen to
there
Biebelhauser. And he's got the first down and more. Cuts it back outside, breaks a tackle at the 30. Finally brought down, falls at just about the 25-yard line. A big gainer there, about 25 yards on that gain for Cody Biebelhauser.
A great call by Coach Bragg and his coaching staff, his offensive coordinator. You knew New Albany was going to send the house.
Yep.
And everybody's counted for except that back that sneaks out on the screen pass. And their offensive lineman did a good job of getting downfield. That was a nice play. And get the ball to the right guy.
Well, Biebelhauser, that Swiss Army knife.
That's right. Get it to the right guy. That time, that was the corkscrew he pulled out that time.
The corkscrew?
Yeah,
okay.
That was the corkscrew.
No, okay, it was the corkscrew. Always a nice part of that Swiss Army knife. And that was Robertson, and there was nothing doing there.
Nothing doing is right.
That's going to be a loss of 1. So tackle for loss there by Jennings, coming up from that linebacker position. As we are working down towards the end of the quarter, there it is. So our score after 3, Floyd Central 13 and the New Albany Bulldogs nothing. Come on back for fourth quarter action here on GLICOD.
A credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Robertson back to pass, short pass out, short of the first down.
We'll update the, had a little technical difficulty there, but we'll get the score up there and at least get you that. We'll get the teams up in a second.
That was Robertson to Fonda, and on a 9-yard pass, it'll be 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
From the 17-yard line.
We'll venture up the teams here in just a moment, but 3rd and 1, 17-yard line.
Quarterback sneak, straight up the gut. There you go.
Sure enough.
That's it. There you go. Easiest play in football. Quarterback sneak. We used to call that zero wedge because we tell The center was the point, and the two guards got their helmets right underneath his armpits, and the two tackles put their heads, and just was a giant wedge.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of those things that I have to say, I'm a broadcaster, not a coach, but drives me crazy. 4th and 1 on the goal line from the shotgun.
You're in the shotgun.
Makes me
It's
nuts.
hard to run a quarterback sneak out
with
of the shotgun.
with a 6'5", 210-pound quarterback.
Yeah.
So on the sweeper, Granger again, and he couldn't quite find pay dirt, but does get it inside the 5.
Got a holding penalty against Floyd Central.
We have a flag. Sure enough, flag at the 16-yard line.
And that's one of the things that Coach Bragg said that they needed to work on is so many big plays they've had that have been called back because of holding or other type of offensive penalty. And there you go. The ball was on the 1 yard line, and now it's on the 26. So that's really a 25-yard penalty.
And that's the first penalty for Floyd Central all night. But that was a big
comes at the wrong time. Like I said, it's a 25-yard penalty.
3 on the first play of the second half
That was
against New Albany.
That was wild.
Although New Albany ended up holding and not giving up any points. It's Biebelhauser again, falling forward to about the 20-yard line. Maybe the 21 is where they'll spot it. It is. So it's still second and very long.
They are eating up a lot of clock.
Yep. Well, and that does end up being the 12th defender for New Albany, against New Albany, I should say. Granger trying to turn it upfield, gets away, and smells pay dirt.
All right.
Touchdown, Max Granger.
And the player from New Albany, number 4, Kirsten Williams, and 38, Chase Loach, both had Granger in their grasp. And Granger, I don't know how he pulled out of that because they don't have tearaway jerseys anymore.
No.
But he did. He pulled out. That was a great effort on Granger's part.
And then he's got to stay in the ball game to kick the extra point. Grant to hold.
That could be off.
And it is good. That looked like possibly it was going to get broken up. But Max Granger on the touchdown run, and then with the extra point, that makes it Floyd Central 20, New Albany 0. Let's step away, and we'll be right back with New Albany getting the football on GLICOD.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
As Max Granger with his arm, his wrist, left wrist, wrapped up, and his whole hand.
I saw it when
it's
in a club and it's casted and padded, and it's got black tape around. I mean, it's quite a, and he has played defense, offense, kicking,
and kicked the ball,
and he just scored on a nice long touchdown. And just think how much better he'd be if he had two hands.
Well, it's one of those things. Adrenaline, I'm sure, keeps the pain down to a dull roar.
Right.
So, 20-0, Floyd Central in their bid to win back the anchor and put that in their trophy case. Coach talked about that in the pregame.
Ooh, good kick.
Good kick. And muffed by Clay Kaiser He does pick it back up and advances it, gets it to the 20, about the 22. Not bad at all.
Good play by Clay Kaiser. You know, and sometimes you see that on the kickoff where the return man will muff the ball, and all of a sudden the other team either slows down or they all congregate to one spot, and then he breaks it off and makes a big gain out of what shouldn't have been a big gain.
Looked like Asher Gibson and Eli Branham in on that tackle.
Let's see. Nobody's going to open it up here now. They're going to throw.
Yep. Watson ends up tucking it away. Gets a nice block from Elijah Jennings.
He's still
Watson's still going.
A lot of running, and he got 2 yards. Lots of running for 2 yards.
Well, we'll call it 3, I think, by the
3?
spot.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks like about the 26.
All right.
But you're right. That was quite a bit of running. But second down. High snap, but down into the hands of Jennings, who tries to bounce it outside, and Harrison was riding on his back most of that yard or so of the game.
Hard runner. So Jennings and Johnson both are hard runners. Jennings is a senior, and I believe Johnson is a junior. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, good hard runner.
Oh, nice. Pitch and catch, DeJesus.
See, that's
with the first down catch.
That's Watson's strength right there. That little slant in. Hitches, slant ins.
Now New Albany trying to speed things up here a little bit, go a little more quickly.
There's our
That's
off-tackle
Jennings
play.
Again.
Yep.
Nice run there. Good 8-9 yards. So gets the ball out to about the 45-yard line.
And New Albany is playing with a little urgency now. They there's
now
a little
pitch,
slant again.
Just through the hands. That was Rand, I believe it was.
Just
Gavin
a little
Rand.
high, a little bit high. Third and 3. 1, 2, 3. 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3. Should be noted that FC puts big Isaac Hunt, 350 pounds in at nose tackle.
He's holding his ground, but
nope. Jennings, he can't do anything.
He can
there.
hold his ground, but he doesn't move laterally that well.
And Jennings bounced it outside, has the first down and more.
Yeah. That he needs. I've been watching him earlier in the game, and he's a big, strong kid, but he needs to learn how to use his leverage and stay a little bit lower and get below the pads of the offensive lineman.
Watson calls for it. Back to Jennings again. And Jennings ahead for about 5.
So we're going to have 3rd and...
No, it's that was first down play.
That was first down play. I'm sorry.
So we're second and 5.
They changed the down markers fast.
DeJesus in motion. Into the hands of Jennings. Runs to that right side. Boy, gets into the second level and then some. Down to about the 30-yard line.
I know
First
it's not
down.
fancy, and I know it's not cool, but that's what New Albany should be doing. Just keep doing that.
5th first down of the second half for New Albany, but we've got a timeout on the field. We will take a timeout as well. 7:46 left in the ballgame, 20-0 Floyd Central when we return on GLICOD.
Tailgate or tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
This portion of tonight's game on GLICOD is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. Apply today for a rewarding career in metal manufacturing.
As this first down play from scrimmage goes to the right. And going to be a gain of about 5. So Jennings again with that hard run.
Do it again. Do it again.
Well, because you're certainly going to have to do that against Castle.
Yeah.
Here in a couple weeks. So New Albany hosts the Castle Knights. Handoff inside. And hard running again for about 4 yards. I think it's going to bring up 3rd and short. Floyd Central, they go to play Evansville North in a couple of weeks.
I know Castle's still an outstanding program. Don't know much enough. Evansville schools tend to be, there's a good break.
Right side, first down, then run out of bounds.
Yeah, Floyd Central's outside linebacker needs to step up and be ready for that. They're hit inside and he breaks it outside and there's nobody from Floyd Central there. That's either defensive end or outside linebackers got to be out there. Do it again. There he is. Boop.
And that was Clay Kaiser.
I was going to say, that's a new runner, but they see the same idea. Hit inside, slide outside. If Floyd Central has a linebacker there.
We'll show you the graphic later in the evening, but want to tell you next week you can catch on audio broadcast on from GLICOD, the male Bulldogs at the Bullet East Chargers at 7. Let's wait for this play. Past Kyle Loesch at the 10, 5, touchdown.
Oh, nice move by Kyle Loesch, and Max Granger with one hand could not bring him down. He tried, but he could not bring him down.
15-yard pass play.
And I'm telling you,
Watson to Loesch.
New Albany's not out of this game yet. The score, 20-7. Onside kick.
Now, is that Dixon back in the ballgame? So he was shaken up earlier, but he is back. And the snap is back. Hold is good.
Good kick.
And the kick is good. So Dixon knocks through his 12th extra point of the season, and that makes it Highlanders 20 and the New Albany Bulldogs 7. Let's step away here from some more of our great GLICOD sponsors. We'll be back last 6 minutes and 8 seconds from here at Floyd Central High School on GLICOD.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
As we await Dixon to boot the ball away, Coach has been saying all break, this is the time for the onside kick for the Bulldogs, and I can't disagree with him.
Floyd's got it. Floyd's got their people up there.
Now, New Albany definitely has some hands in the ball game near the ball. And onside kick, but it rolls and runs out of bounds.
Yeah.
So Floyd will take possession.
Smart play by Floyd to let the ball go out of bounds. You'd see they were wanting to recover, and then he backed away. I think it's going out of bounds, and, of course, it did. So Floyd gets the ball. Floyd gets the ball right where it went out of bounds on the 36-yard line.
About the
37.
37 or so.
All right,
So now the New Albany defense definitely needs to step up.
They need to step up again. They've done well the whole game.
Really, they have, because that 20 points given up, Floyd Central had multiple opportunities deep in New Albany territory and only came away with a couple of field goals.
And they've all been hard-earned 20 points, too.
you're right. So Robertson, handoff. Biebelhauser chased down from the backside. Let's see who made that play. Oh, that was Watson, Kenneth Watson, the opposing quarterback, who's also playing some linebacker.
Plays linebacker, and he came from the outside on a stunt and ran the play down from behind. I could see that happen. I could see him running this play down from behind.
I want to also spend just a second to note that, of course, lots of players here in October with pink on their uniforms. Lots of New Albany players certainly have. The cheerleaders all with pink pom-poms for breast cancer awareness. And as the husband of a breast cancer survivor, just want to tell everybody, get those mammograms, do those self-exams, and get checked. And Robertson connects to the 47, and then Jake Howes in a tight end position. Normally, really that middle linebacker comes in, and a big first down there for Floyd.
Yep, very good. Good play call. Little sprint out, little play action sprint. That tight end dragging across the field in that second level is wide open because you got to defend a deep pass. And again, when the quarterback's running out, that outside linebacker has to make a decision. Do I come up and attack the quarterback, or I stay back in my zone? And that play time, the outside linebacker for New Albany came up to attack the quarterback and opened up the zone for the pass. Good play by Robertson.
So Sam Lockhart now actually moves back into the back position as a lead blocker for
was that Robertson?
And Robertson carries forward for about 3. So 2nd and 7. Well, and with the onside kick that was not recovered, now things the clock's certainly working against the Bulldogs.
Right.
And Coach, I was with you rooting for some sort of comeback and a big ending to the game.
Yeah. Well,
just
you never
with
know.
a rivalry game, you
just never
need a fun ending. And we got a penalty flag from the far sideline.
Offside on New Albany. I think the right defensive end lined up offside.
Well, I thought maybe Floyd was. Yep, you're right. Encroachment. So that's the 5th New Albany penalty on the evening. But now what's really interesting about that is New Albany had 3 right on that first play of the second half.
Yeah.
And you take those away, it's been a heck of a clean ball game.
It has.
Which I know you can't really take that away, but at the same time, just the fact that there were all those together.
Yeah, that was a strange series, and we never did see exactly what was happening because it was happening away from the ball.
Yep.
So let's see, how much time is left? 9 seconds, milking the clock down.
So 2nd and short.
2, 1. Oh,
Robertson
looks
to wing it deep.
And
why? The ball broken up.
Why?
Trying to. So Kaiser was the intended receiver.
You don't need points at this point.
No.
You don't need points.
Nope, and you don't want to stop the clock.
You need clock management. Run the clock. 3rd and 3. It was second and 3. Get your first down. Milk some more time off the clock. You don't need points. You need the ball, and you need to kill the clock.
Tight end in tight, and then 2 wide receivers left. Handoff. Biebelhauser caught in the backfield and dropped for a loss. And New Albany stops the clock.
Yep.
So we are going to keep it here because we have taken care of our obligations. But 4th down and a big decision coming here. Do you punt this ball away, or do you try to get the first down? And if you don't, hope that your defense can stand up.
And right now, I don't think their defense has stood up. I think
right. I understand.
I think New Albany has found things that are going to work.
Yep, I agree.
And if you give New Albany the ball on the 37-yard line with 3.5 minutes left, 3:24, that's a lot of time.
Let's tell you what's coming up next week on GLICOD. 7 p.m., the Male Bulldogs at the Bullet East Chargers. Audio broadcast, Joe Cox and Rick Reams. 7:30, PRP Panthers at the Manual Crimsons with Paul Najar and Joey Hamilton on that audio broadcast. And at 7:30, the Collins Titans at the West Jessamine Colts. Video with Chris Labar and Keith Elkins. As of right now, no Southern Indiana ball game for you. We hope to be bringing you a playoff game later on in the IHSAA playoffs. And stay tuned. Keep watching GLICOD. Follow us, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter at GLICOD. We'll let you know when we're going to be on. Floyd going for it. Goes to throw. Broken up at the line of scrimmage. So the New Albany defense comes up. And that's one of those things that New Albany can certainly build on that for the playoffs, as they have played well this evening. I know they're 13 points down, but they have played well this evening.
Their defense has. I'm impressed with how well their defense has played, and so we're going to see what do
they want to do. So Watson.
He's going to throw right now. He's going to throw that little slant here to the right wide receiver. No, run it, break it. There you go.
Going to run it, and I believe that was Jennings again. It was Elijah Jennings. Forward for about 5. The problem is the clock keeps moving.
That's all right.
And New Albany trying to get reset here. Jennings again, and this time about a 2-yard gainer. But the clock is certainly working against the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Here comes that little slant in, and Floyd better be careful because they don't have a deep safety right now.
They sure don't.
And if there's a little slant.
Oh, Watson, makes a man miss.
Gets
to the 50 into Floyd territory.
Get out of bounds, young man. Get out of bounds.
And I believe he did. So a nice gainer there. Watson on about a 20-yard gainer.
Yep.
And down to the 38-yard line. 7th first down for the Bulldogs in this half. They have moved the ball well, moved the chains. Have 7 points to show for it. Would like some more. Jennings cuts it upfield and makes it to about the 35-yard line before he's brought down.
Be patient, New Albany. You still got time.
So 2nd and 6.
So Floyd still playing man coverage with nobody deep. And either going down, there's a safety. A shallow safety.
Shallow
backing
safety
off. They're
sure.
backing off.
And here came pressure and dropped, almost intercepted. That was
Granger.
Max Milner. Oh, it was Granger. You're right.
Well,
yep.
Again, he'd have had that with 2 hands. I feel sorry for the young man because in 2 hands he'd have had that.
He made a pretty good play on it.
Yes, he did.
It was.
All right. Keep a safety deep.
3rd and 7. DeJesus picks it up just off the turf, but Max Granger in on that again, makes the tackle. Biebelhauser coming over too. DeJesus just couldn't make much happen after the catch there. Pass was a little low. And the clock keeps running. Watson calls for it. Looks to throw.
Oh, he's got a man open.
DeJesus catches it inside the 5-yard line.
Got a man open.
And
I'm telling you, this is
goal.
This has been Floyd Central's
bugaboo. Yep, their Achilles heel.
Right.
You're right.
Touchdown.
And Jennings takes it in. Touchdown, Elijah Jennings. So on the Was it 4 or 5 yards?
I'd say 4-yard
We'll
touchdown.
call that a 4-yard touchdown run. New Albany scores again, 102. Now, Coach, could the reason not to use timeouts be that now you have them if you do get the ball back? Dixon trying to boot through the extra point. And
good kick.
Kick is up. Kick is good. So our score, 2 late New Albany touchdowns, cut it to 20-14 as we head into a quick break here. Let's take a quick break. 1:02 left in this ball game and we will be back with all of it on GLICOD.
Tailgate or tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
This portion of tonight's game on GLICOD is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. Apply today for a rewarding career in metal manufacturing. For more, visit WM.
20-14 as the hands team back out there for both ball clubs. Dixon. Oh, it goes over and around, but is fielded by Floyd Central at the 40. I don't see who picked it up. Falling down.
Not sure.
It didn't take that big bounce.
Why they're kicking. The ball's on the right hash, and they're onside kicking it to the right side. There's not. If you kick it back across the field this way, you got 2/3 of the field that things can happen with that football.
That was sophomore Camden Harrett.
Good for him.
Fielded that ball.
He may have won the game for him right there.
Well, that certainly New Albany has the momentum. There is no doubt.
He may have won the game. All right, New Albany's got 2 timeouts left. Is that right?
2 timeouts
2
left.
timeouts,
yes.
right. There are 2 timeouts left. So Floyd Central's going to screw this up.
That's
well, they're
on the sweeper, and that was Watson on the tackle.
Your formation makes no difference now.
Right.
Because what you need to do is run off 54 seconds of clock.
Right. And New Albany takes their timeout. We will keep it here. So a second down play here. New Albany can stop the clock one more time. But if Floyd does not get this first down, New Albany will get the football back.
They'll get it back. Let's see. So second down, they'll call timeout. So this play might take 5 seconds.
Right.
So that gets you down to 49. Reset the clock. That'll get you down to 19 seconds.
Hey, you know what? You're 6 points down.
19 seconds is a
Yep.
lot
That's enough
of time.
Yep. Now you wouldn't have any more timeouts in your pocket, but
and their punter's already made an outstanding catch on a high snap.
And they're actually trying, I believe, to add time. So they're telling them to go to 56 seconds.
That'll be 51.
As run there by Biebelhauser again.
That was 5 seconds, 51.
5 seconds run off, yep. So third down, timeout, and their final timeout from New Albany.
So we're going to run off. We're going to run a running play. 5 seconds.
Right.
That gets us to 46.
Yep.
Run the clock all the way down to 30. It'll be 30 seconds to reset the clock. So that gets you down to 16 seconds.
Yep. Well, and you never know. They might want to try to run it down, but it'll probably be a couple seconds left on it before they, when they actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't take a delay a game.
No. Well, and as we said in the first half, when it was Floyd Central with the possibility to make New Albany punt the ball away, hey, make them punt it because strange things can happen.
That's right.
Granger, nope, that was hands off. Biebelhauser fumble, ball on the ground, and New Albany's got it.
got it. 44 seconds left.
Dorian Weathers comes up with the football on the fumble. So, an interception in the first half and a fumble late in this ball game.
20-14 with 44 seconds. Oh, what is New Albany going to do? We're going to throw it deep, baby. Throw it deep.
Well, we'll see. I don't think that's Watson's game, but we'll see.
It's not.
Now here comes some pressure. Watson flushed.
Get out of bounds. Nope.
And he can't get out of bounds.
That hurt.
So that's going to run an awful lot of clock.
That hurt.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. And they haven't flipped the down marker ahead, which they should do. Watson, nearly picked off. DeJesus could not come up with it, I believe.
He caught it.
He did catch it. They're saying, I thought it hit the turf.
That doesn't help, though.
So at the 38, now Coach Bragg trying to tell his team, back up, play prevent.
5 seconds left.
Watson.
Throw it deep, Watson. Don't get sacked.
Sacked. No, the ball popped
Ball
out.
still
Still
loose.
alive. That's Weathers again with it. And Weathers brought down as time expires. That is the ball game as the Highlanders defeat the New Albany Bulldogs 20-14. And we will have the post-game show. I know Coach has got something to say about this one, so stay tuned as we will bring you the post-game show here on GLICOD.
Second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket, so I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker, and I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers PulsePoint. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
GLICOD on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/GLICOD.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Visit them at 1510 Production Road in Jeffersonville to find the widest selection of batteries for any vehicle. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952.
As we return to Ron Wigleb Stadium here, Scott Field on the campus of Floyd Central High School, the Floyd Central Highlanders emerge victorious 20-14 over the New Albany Bulldogs, and the Highlanders will win the Anchor Trophy back this year, and need to find a place for that in the, well, as you said, Coach, probably a special place for that trophy in the trophy cabinet. But New Albany, they sure made it interesting in the fourth quarter. I hope, folks, you if you thought about tuning out, you stuck with us. And absolutely, you need to stick with us for the postgame show, because we're going to give you the most outstanding players from both teams. But first, Coach, let's just real quickly recap the score for everybody, and absolutely feel free to chime in anytime you want. Floyd Central scored first, 50 seconds left in the first quarter on a Max Granger field goal, 20 from 24 yards out, making it 3-0. Then with 7:27 left in the first half, Cody Biebelhauser with a 8-yard rushing touchdown. Max Granger with the extra point made it 10-0. Then with 3:03, that was our halftime score, 10-0. Then with 3:05 left in the third quarter, Floyd Central scored again on a Granger field goal from 25 yards out, making it 13-0. And then in the fourth quarter, the last Floyd Central score with 10:06 left, Max Granger 21-yard rushing touchdown. He steps back, knocks through the extra point, and that made it 20-0. New Albany scored twice late, 6:08 left, a passing touchdown from Watson to Loesch for 15 yards. Dixon with the extra point makes it 20-7, and then our final score with 1:02 left, Elijah Jennings with a 4-yard rushing touchdown. Dixon with the extra point made it 20-14, and that does it for our scoring. So that does it, and with the scoring. And so, Coach, your thoughts there?
Well, first thing, I want to really congratulate Coach Cooley, his defensive staff, his defense coordinator, anybody that has their hand in what they did tonight on defense, because they really did turn things around defensively. They have been giving up bushel baskets full of points in the last several games and early in the season. He said they finally got a lot of their people back, injuries and those kinds of things, but they played so hard on defense tonight. I give them all the credit in the world. They could have folded at any point, and they didn't. They hung in there and played hard the entire game. So congrats to their defense. I know it sounds like a moral victory, and you hate those things, but that's going to carry them forward, I believe. I don't know if it'll help it against a good team like Castle, but they can build on that defensive effort in the years, at least in the offseason and next year. Floyd Central tried to make it real interesting.
They did.
Their last two games they lost in the last seconds by field goals, and Thank goodness they had a 6-point lead, and New Albany didn't have to kick a field goal. But they really did try to make it a very interesting ball game. All they had to do was clock management, kill the clock, run the clock out. I don't need any points. Run the clock, and they didn't. They almost shot themselves in the foot because of that. And maybe a more savvy quarterback wouldn't have taken that sack at the end. He'd have just flung it up.
Yep. Just
do the old Hail Mary, fling it as far as you can, and let's see what happens. But in that situation, he's a young kid, so he doesn't. Yeah. He'll learn to do that. But you can't take a sack in that situation. You gotta just fire it out there. But anyways, those are my thoughts. It was a good game. We enjoyed every minute of broadcasting it, and I hope next week or this week or sometime we get to do it again.
Get to do it again. Absolutely. Okay, well, we're going to step away, and when we return, we will have some just a brief look at some numbers for you, and then, of course, our most outstanding player upcoming. So stay tuned for that here on GLICOD.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah! 1 second.
I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up. Shut up, Jeff.
I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're up front with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family-owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Time for some final numbers. A look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Well, our final numbers, we'll just run through turnovers, penalties, and first downs. The turnovers were all in the first half for New Albany. A muffed punt and then a fumble by Watson. So two. a turnover on downs, and then an interception and a fumble by Floyd Central. And so New Albany getting ball from them 3 times. Now, penalties, New Albany was only penalized once in the first half and 4 times in the second for 5 total. And Floyd Central penalized once the entire game, which is quite an astounding number, really. First downs, New Albany racking up 8 first downs in the second half, had 4 in the first for 12 total. Floyd with 5 in the second half and 9 in the first for their 14 first downs. So really similar from both teams on on those final numbers from German American Bank. Well, let's head back away again, and when we return, it's time for our most outstanding player and time to wrap things up from here at Floyd Central High School, where, again, the Highlanders come away victorious 20-14 over the New Albany Bulldogs and get that Anchor Trophy back for the coming year. Let's stay tuned. We'll have the most outstanding player when we return here on GLICOD.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Hi, I'm Isaiah.
And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
When you first find out that you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, you feel like someone sucked the air out of you. I'm a mother and I have a granddaughter, and my first thought was, I need to know what is going on with my health. Priority Radiology made me feel better about the process. First person I saw was smiling. They were very compassionate from the front desk to the technicians to the doctors. Leaving Priority Radiology left me with hope, knowing that early detection saved my life.
What are the ABCs of safe sleep for babies? That they lay alone, on their back, and in a crib. These measures can help lower the risk of sudden, unexpected infant deaths. The Clark County Health Department offers free CPR and safe sleep training, plus cribs for expectant parents, grandparents, or caregivers of young children who meet eligibility requirements. For more safe sleep information, visit clarkhealth.net.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is 1 billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Time for the most outstanding player of the game. Most outstanding players are presented by Mack Construction in New Albany. Experience, reputation, solutions, and for those most outstanding players, I'll turn it over to Coach Kazmarek.
Well, for New Albany, any one of those 4 offensive linemen, or actually 5 offensive linemen, the right guard and right tackle, left guard, left tackle, maybe even the center, really opened some nice holes for my most valuable player for New Albany, and that's Elijah Jennings.
Yep.
He carried the load for them tonight. He did a great job, and he plays defense too, so he does double duty. Good young man, I think. Also, then for Floyd Central, you know how much I like Cody Bieblhauser and how much he adds to Floyd Central's offense and defense and kicking game and everything else he does. But tonight, when you got a player playing with one hand and he scores a touchdown, he plays offense, he plays defense, he kicks. Now, I'm not sure having one hand hurts your kicking, but I like Max Granger tonight as our most valuable player for Floyd Central. It was close between he and Cody Bieblhauser, but Max Granger, touchdown, he knocked down a couple passes, made some nice tackles. Well, let's give him the most valuable player tonight.
Absolutely. Well, and it's one of those things, when you look, Floyd scored 4 times, 2 Max Granger field goals, kicked extra points on 2 others, and had the touchdown.
So he got all their points.
Absolutely. So we've got some updated scores on the ticker. Let's not on the ticker yet. I'm sorry. There we go. Silver Creek over. Oh no, excuse me. Corden Central leading Silver Creek 50-49 with 2:40 left in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
So that one right down to the wire. Well, again, most outstanding players are presented by Mack Construction in New Albany. Let's briefly show you what's upcoming next week. Now, as of right now, no Southern Indiana game, although we may be doing a game over in Kentucky. We do have for certain on the schedule audio broadcasts. Mail at Bullitt East at 7 p.m. Joe Cox and Rick Reams. PRP at Manual, 7:30 p.m. with Paul Najar and Joey Hamilton. And then the Collins Titans at West Jessamine Colts at 7:30. Video with Chris Labar and Keith Elkins. So you can make sure and catch those games on our various GLICOD outlets next week. Well, Coach, let's put a bow on this one.
As we put a bow on this one and close it off, one thing I was disappointed. They did not have a ceremony to pass the anchor from New Albany to Floyd Central. And that, to me, as a coach and then for my players, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
It was a big deal when we had to give it to them, and it was even a bigger deal when we got it and they had to walk that across the field and present it to us. That was a big part of the rivalry and the anchor trophy. Disappointed that they didn't do that tonight, or if they did it, I certainly didn't see it.
I don't think they did. I certainly didn't see it either. So that would have been a nice touch.
Yeah. Other than that, it was a really well played game. Much closer than it should have been, but again, congrats to New Albany for hanging in there, sticking in there, playing some good hard-nosed defense when they had to, and not giving up and going down there in the fourth quarter and making it a real interesting ball game.
Absolutely, and Coach, thank you again for our all GLICOD team, the Southern Indiana version. Thank you so much for your work in putting that together and for us this evening. Well, I think that's going to wrap us up from here at Floyd Central High School, where, again, our final score, Floyd Central 20, New Albany 14. Our executive producer was Steve Bird, our on-site producer, Jeff Cooper. Will Harper running the camera for us up on top of the box. Coach Jim Kazmarek, our analyst this evening. I'm Dr. Todd Carter saying so long, good night, and God bless everybody.
From GLICOD, this has been Southern Indiana High School Football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. German American Bank, strengthening our community since 1910. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Big O Tires, State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb, and Northside Security.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, GLICOD.com, Facebook and Twitter @GLICOD. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from GLICOD.